How are we all doing, you exquisite individuals? Hello, it is I, Valen Vane. Welcome back with actual, technology that works, you know? Eris Ptolemy!
Lucky 13 baby. Only 5 more months until our second baby. Relieved face.
My God! Only 5 more months until our second baby. Trying to find everything that I've put places because naturally decorated. May have noticed the old decoration there, friends. Eris Ptolemy, I shall inscribe your tier 3 subscription on the tier 3 mirror vein.
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
No rest for the wicked, coming in strong with fish pancakes as well, coming in with their 3 months, you beautiful bean. Eris Ptolemy, your name is inscribed on the mirror vein. The tier 3 mirror vein, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, that's tier 4 as well, you know. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over, look into your tier 3 mirror. Your tiny little tier 3 mirror there. I see you now. I see you now. And go, God. I wish they'd bring around cloning. So when someone says go fuck yourself, I literally could. Ooh, harra, sexy, ooh, yes, meow, you know? And fish pancakes. I shall inscribe your name upon the mirror vein. So long as I can find out where the next... There it is. Your name is inscribed on the mirror vein, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat. You may have guessed that it's not a bum Snapchat after, you know, tier 3s don't get it, so why would you? All right? And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Yo, God, do I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, harra, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know? You beautiful beans coming in here, kicking things off nice and quickly. Oh, haven't even said hello to anyone yet, for fuck's sake. Milky Pork!
Most kind.
Blip blop flim flam jumbly wumbly doodah.
Indeed. Indeed. I mean, I can only concur with everything that you have just said. It's true. Why did you wait for me to put it down? You didn't wait for that? Yeah, sure you didn't. Yeah, sure you didn't. Milky Pork, your name is also inscribed on the mirror vein. Which means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat. Of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning. Look in the mirror. Good God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, harra, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know? You cheeky devil. You cheeky devil, you. How are we doing, friends? I am back. I am back in action. Like, officially, well and truly officially back in action, which is very, very exciting to me. Give me 2 seconds while I just do these. And these. There we go. That's cool. Yes, I am back in action. This is the 3rd motherboard. Oh, Jesus. I've gone for the 3rd motherboard. This is the... ROG Strix B550F. The B550F is what it is, which is apparently one of the better of the varieties. I did a lot of research and I ran it by people that understand technology far better than I possibly could in order to try and understand what it is. But this is the one that I've gone for, which is absolutely fantastic. And I want to say a very, very special thank you as well while we're here, while we're in this moment in time, because the first so there was the 3. Okay, there was the original broken motherboard. I originally got an X series, but then realized that I didn't need to get the X series entirely, and then I got the B series. And you people in your wonderful donations paid for the X series, and then people kept donating, and that ended up being unreasonably helpful. Because I haven't received the refund from the X series yet, so that extra money ended up contributing towards getting the B series, because the way that I bought them through Amazon because I wanted to get as early delivery as humanly possible. The way that it tends to work is that when you return something, you have to send it back to Amazon. It takes them 14 days to process the refund, and then it takes another 7 days up to 7 days for it to get back into your account. So a massive, massive thank you to all those people that kept donating after we'd already hit the goal, because yeah, it allowed me the freedom to not have to wait, because otherwise I would still be without a computer waiting for the refund from that X series in order to buy another one. So a massive thank you to you beautiful individuals. I've just realized I haven't prepped something as well. Oh wait.
Yeah, you subscribed. Most
Max
kind.
Wattage coming back for the 46 months. Good lord. 46 months is such a long period of time. Such an outrageously long period of time. Give me 2 seconds while I prep the thing, because I realized that I haven't prepped the game show music that I require for my what is I'm wearing today. Because it's been a while since I've worn this, because this is the Mythical Mondays outfit, and I have not prepped it. I have not prepped it at all. Can't believe it, Max. 46 months in a row. 46-month streak. What an outrageous amount of time that is. Max Wattage has your non-scribe your name on the mirror vein. By having your name on the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. Of course you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Good God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, harra, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You know? It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it. Right, let me say hello to people. How's it going, Kale? How's it going, Red Man? Hello. So we're talking about my favorite monster type today, zombified.
Stupedia is being far too kind. Confound them.
Stupedia! I haven't even got my fucking little dono-y thing is up, you cheeky devil. Thank you very much for that, cheeky little... Oh, my lordy. You spin me right round, well, unless you have Valens washing. This is true. This is true. For those people that don't know, my washing machine is still broken. But I'm not going to go into that. Why is that not working? Excuse me. I will refresh that and I'll have to do this manually. God damn it. Ah, Milky Pork, you cheeky little devil, you. God damn it. Right. I'm going to ignore it. It's fine. It's not a problem. Fish Pancakes, how's it going? Pixie Bomb, hello. Unicorn Mom, hello, you beautiful individual. That screen is amazing. Love it. The dancing skeletons, that was the screensaver we had for the intro today. Falls of 900, you beautiful individual. Hello, you glorious bean. Oh, my lordy. Red Madman, how's it going? Eris Ptolemy, you exquisite individual. How you doing? How's it going? Thank you very much as well, once again, Eris, for sending that stuff through to me. I will be checking it out for next Mondays. So the ones that we've missed in regards to the Mythical Mondays, we've missed witches and we've missed werewolves. And what I've done is I've taken both of those and I'll add them into November. So we'll do zombies this Monday, mummies next Monday, more specifically mummy curses next Monday, and then the following Monday we'll go straight back to witches, and then we'll finish on the werewolves. Or if people really fucking love this shit that we're doing, then I might like pick another couple. We could do like a vote on which ones we deep dive, or maybe we could make it like once a month or something. We do a deep dive on a mythical creature of some description, you know? Because I love learning shit. Do you know what I mean? You know, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. Got bills to pay. Got Max to feed. Miles to feed. And nothing in the world is free. Yeah, it's true. It's very, very true. Authenticate. Hello, you've got mouths to feed. That's the word. That's the one. I'm so, so grateful for being in almost 5 months. Don't know if I can handle any more of these vain babies. Make me feel so vain. Good. Good. If I'm honest with you, Eris told me, good. So you should. Vanity is a way of life. And an exquisite one at that. You know what I mean? An exquisite one at that. I'm finally starting to feel like my regular self again after my depression tried to have another go at me. Good. I mean, first of all, good that you're starting to feel like back like your regular self, Red Madman. But remember, depression is something that happens to you. It does not define you. Does not define you. So I'm really glad that you're coming out the far end, and hopefully the experience will help you better prepare for when it rears its ugly head again, you know? Painted lady, hello, you beautiful bean. Oh, keeping me company while I do my least favorite chore, laundry. I would love to be able to do laundry at the moment. I'm not going to lie to you, but my washer is broked. My washer is broked. I did ring because I've got like 10-year warranty on the washing machine. So for those people that don't know, my computer broke 2 weeks ago. Thought it was the PSU. Turns out it was a motherboard. Fixed all that. Took me 2 weeks to get that all fixed properly. And then literally the day that the second motherboard, the faulty motherboard, arrived, the washing machine started pissing water out the bottom of it. Now I am pretty much a jack of all trades. I will try my hand at nearly anything. The only thing that I genuinely won't try my hand at, the only thing that I genuinely would be like, do you know what, I'm not doing this, is like gas plumbing. Electrics, I'll happily do electrics. I got no issues at all, because you got to have like a current going through it, right? So you can make sure it's relatively safe. Plumbing in general, no issues. I'll happily try myself with that. Carpentry, got no bricklaying, I'll fucking give it a go. Do you know what I mean? I am the kind of person that likes to get my hands dirty. I will happily give pretty much fucking anything a go. All right. So when the washing machine broke, I was perfectly fine. I was like, cool, I'll just pull it all out, have a look at all the pipes, clean all the pipes out, like give it a good see into, give it a spin to see if it's something else. And then when I gave it a spin, it was an empty washing machine. There's nothing in it. And it started pissing out the bottom of the actual machine itself. Now, if you don't know, with washing machines, there's a giant slab of concrete in the bottom of it, which is annoying as fuck. But yeah, there's a big slab of concrete in the bottom of it, which makes it very bottom heavy, which is a good thing for the washer, a bad thing for me trying to pick it up to find out what the fuck is going on with it. So I need to get a professional to come in and see it. But on the side of the washer, it said I had 10 years warranty with parts. And then it turns out that I never actually signed up for that. I thought I had, but apparently I never did, which was very annoying. So I've got to basically pay for a guy to come out and have a look at it, touching all of the wood, fingers all of the crossed for it to be able to be fixed. I'm really hoping it's like a seal that's gone that's easily fixable. If not, then I gotta buy a new washing machine. And that's a big old piss flap, but never mind. Never mind. We'll sort it. We'll find. Until that point, I'll just do like hand washing, because that's something else I can do. Just stick it all in the bathtub and stick some detergent in there and then start walking through it all. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. Done it all before. Do you know what I mean? When you're in university, shit happens. Max White, hello, you beautiful bean. How's it going? Give me company. Yeah, I was about to say, I love a bit of laundry. I love a bit of laundry. However, Chunk took a load of laundry to... Chunk's my housemate, for those people that don't know. Chunk took a whole load of laundry to his brother's house. And I don't know what they fucking washed it in. But good lord, the fucking fragrance hit me like a brick. He hung it all out. And I came down the stairs and it literally hit me in the face like a flower-scented brick. It was fucking wild. It was powerful. Powerful. It smelled really nice, but it was fucking strong. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Millen, hello. Glad you're back up and running. Not as glad as I am, Millen. Not as glad as I am. I have been so hesitant about anything that's going on about this. And I feel like I've also been a little bit paranoid as well. Because I feel like my computer's running slower than it did, but I also am aware that I didn't stream for like 2 weeks, so I'm like super careful about what it actually might be running on. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like it's a little bit slower in certain ways, shapes, and forms, but I'm also like, is it slower or is it just me because I haven't been on this computer in so long and it's actually end up faster because you got a brand new fucking motherboard? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, generous beans, very generous beans, Milky Pork. Very generous gift. It just, what it really helped me do, and I will be forever grateful of that, is it gave me a little bit of wiggle room. It gave me some wiggle room to be able to order the motherboard straight away. Because my original plan was, how's it going, One True Cripple? Hello. My original plan was, like, get the motherboard, it'll all be fine and dandy. Then when the motherboard didn't work, I was like, fuck. Or it did work, but one of the RAM things was faulty, which is shit. I was like, right, I'm going to have to send this back. And then when I saw that the returns policy was to send it back, and then it's 14 days from the day that they get it. So... And right, settle in for story time, friends. Settle in for story time. Zooty Booty, hello, you beautiful bean. I shat myself on Friday. So, story. Motherboard 2 arrives on the Wednesday. It was meant to arrive on the Tuesday, then got delayed to arriving on the Wednesday. The Wednesday, I end up plugging it all in and installing it and trying to get it all working and bits and pieces, and it doesn't want to work. Doesn't want to turn on. Doesn't want to do anything. That was the day that I sat with Sembar for like fucking 8 hours or what have you to try and get it all up and running and working. Managed to get it working, but only on half RAM, and the other socket. So one of the RAM sockets was faulty, and for those people that are not technical people, the best case scenario was it ran on half the processing speed, so everything was just very, very slow. A worst case scenario, the computer didn't turn on at all. It refused to turn on with a big fuck off error code. So I had to send back motherboard 2. But I didn't want to... Like, the original plan was send motherboard 2 back, get the refund from motherboard 2, and then buy motherboard 3. Unfortunately, because of the fact that it was like Amazon, and Amazon were like, yeah, you can completely get a refund for this. You can't get a refund for the insurance that you bought for the motherboard, but you can get a refund for the motherboard itself. So that's fine and dandy. That's not a problem. You're more than welcome to do that. However, you've got to get it sent to us. How's it going, Forest Spirit Teamer? How you doing? You've got to get the motherboard 2 sent back to us. When we receive it back, it'll be approximately 21 days between when Amazon themselves receive it and them giving me the refund. And I was like, shit, I cannot wait 21 days, especially considering I've missed 2 weeks of my favorite month of the fucking year. This is literally my favorite month of the entire year, and I've missed 2 weeks of it already. It's fucking outrageous. How's it going, Calandra? Hello. The fact that I have literally, like, missed 2 weeks pisses me off so much. So much. I had so many plans. But anyway. The words. Come on, Val. So, I was like, cool. I've actually got a little bit more money because of the very generous donations that people kept giving me after we'd completed the original donation goal. I will use that to buy another motherboard and get it sent express delivery because it was free on Amazon anyway. So I was like, I'll get it sent express delivery, so that it arrives before 1 p.m. on Friday, and then I will be able to set it all up and get it all ready so that I can be all ready for Monday, do stuff on Sunday night, all of that jazz, you know? The motherboard 2 was meant to be sent back on the Friday itself. Somebody was meant to be coming to collect it. Somebody from Amazon was meant to be coming to collect it. And that was all boxed up and waiting. Boxed up and waiting to go. Okay? So, motherboard 3 arrives. Put it all in. Set it all up. Press the power on the PSU. Press the power on the computer. Doesn't turn on. Like, doesn't turn on at all. There was a light on the motherboard itself saying that the motherboard was getting power, but refused to turn on. at all. So I rang Semba as the person that knows my system better than anybody else at the moment. We spent 2.5 hours diagnosing all of the potential issues. And Senbai, by the end of the 2.5 hours, was like, I've got no idea what it could be. I have genuinely no idea why this could be not working. I've got no clue at all. And then I remembered something that Max Wattage had warned me, that the original power circuit that had fried motherboard 1 could have fucked up the computer, the CPU, in motherboard 2. And I shat myself. I was like, fuck, I can't afford, and I feel too guilty to ever ask for 300 quid to replace the CPU. I just couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. That's not something I could do. So what I was thinking, I was like, right, what I need to do is I need to cancel the collection on motherboard 2, because at least with motherboard 2 it works on half RAM, while I send back motherboard 3 and I get a replacement for motherboard 3, and then I can go back and like return motherboard 2 and get the refund for that. Which was, as you can imagine, a little disheartening. A little disheartening that I had already been out of streaming and out of technology for 2 weeks. And the prospect that it could be another week to 3 weeks before I could get back up and running. It was hard. It was hard to deal with. It was hard to settle into that concept. And I was like, right, what I need to do now, because I'm a very practical thingy. Perfect is a heart story, right? How's it going, Jam Jam? How's it going, Shade Secrets? Hello, you beautiful beans. So I'm a practical person, and I don't like to wallow in shit. I like to get involved in shit. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, right, I need to, first of all, hug McSteffels, because she'd literally walk through the door. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like such a huge pain in the ass. Oh, Rianne Monster, how's it going? Welcome on in, you beautiful individual. But yeah, it was. It really was. McSteffels, my partner, had just walked in the door as I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? So I gave her a big fucking hug. And then I was like, darling, I'll make tea, but then I need to focus on fixing this. I just need to do this. And she was like, yeah, not a problem, not an issue at all. She'd had a hard journey anyway, so I think she needed some time to just breathe for a minute.
Oh, you followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
The person that has just followed me, I will not call your name out, because I don't like to call people out when they are when they're lurking. If they're like lurking away, I don't like to call people out. But your name is, first of all, amazing, and second of all, we have merchandise with your name on it. We got designed like fucking a year ago, but we have your merchandise with your name on it. There you go. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, so I was shitting myself, and then I was like, right, what I need to do is I need to put motherboard 2 back in the computer, because at least then I can do stuff on half RAM. I can actually still stream. I can do all the bits and pieces. How's it going, non-binary, you beautiful bean? We actively have merchandise. Hold on, let me pull it up, because this is fucking hilarious. Yeah, we actually have merchandise with your name on it, because I hate puns but love a good play on words. Look at this cheeky devil. Look at it. Non-binary. It's our non-binary ramen. Our non-binary ramen. For all those non-binaries out there. Do you know what I mean? Mr. Tiz, how you doing? Just wanted to put that out there. You support all alphabet people in the entire alphabet community. Don't let any biggest prevail. Yes! Alphabet gang. We're all about it. We've got an entire collection of sexualities. We've got non-binary, frying pan sexual, ace sexual, polyamorous, monogamous. We've got the whole gang. We've got the whole gang. It's non-binary superpowers, but I lost all my account with my phone. Oh no, NB. Oh shit. Well, welcome back in, you beautiful being. Welcome back in. That is proper shit. Monogamous. How's it going, Adam Robertson? How you doing?
You subscribed. Most kind.
Max Wattage, thank you very much for giving that sub to non-binary. Non-binary, I should now grab your name on the mirror vein as soon as I get this back out. Oh my lordy, the adverts are about to start as well. Oh god, hold on. There we go. Friends, adverts are about to start. It will last for exactly 3 minutes. You will not be missing anything because I'm just going to do this and then we'll crack on to the next thing. Your name is now described on the mirror of vein, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Oh, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, harra, sexy. Oh, yes, meow, you know? Unfortunately, my Pretzel Rocks is not working. The app isn't working, so I've got to do this all manually. However, friends, you know what the adverts mean. You know what the adverts mean. The adverts mean that we are going to be doing what is Valen wearing today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside and in between. It's time for What is Valen Wearing Today? Valen Vane is dressed in a delightful velvet smoking gown, for he is trying to look intelligent while he talks delightfully about the wonders of zombies. Yes, that will be coming very shortly, you delightful individuals, but we'll get onto that momentarily. What else is he wearing? Yes, friends. Welcome back. Welcome back, you delightful individuals, to the wonders of our little doodad here. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So, boo! Not enough snake. Not enough snake. It's a snake, snake. It's a snake. Ah, weeble. What was I even talking about? Yeah, so very quickly, TLDR, it didn't work. Started taking out, disassembling the PC again with motherboard 3 in it in order to put the motherboard 2 in it. And then I pulled off the cooling unit for the CPU, and the CPU came off with it. And I was like, fuck. I don't think that I set the CPU properly. So I took the CPU off, set it properly, and it turned on. And so far, touch wood, it seems to all be working fine.
Subscribed. Most kind.
Didn't want to interrupt. Now it is safe to interrupt. This is an interruption. An interruption is happening.
This is an interruption. An interruption is happening. Everyone be aware. Be aware, it's an interruption. Interruption is occurring. There is an interruption occurring. Just be aware. My little peacock has span round, the little bastard. Counterpoint music, I shall now describe her name on the mirror vein. My god, 7 months already? Your name is now described on the mirror vein, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Yo, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, harra, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You know? Yeah, now, you beautiful bean. So yeah, so now we have a working computer. Now we are back up and running. It's all fine and dandy. It seems to be reading everything. Seems to all be going all fine and dandy. And here we are. Here we are back on an actual fucking stream schedule that actually hopefully will work properly and shit, you know? You know? Before I get to ask, since it's a week away, was I joining you next week for the Mummy Monday? I just wanted to make sure that I don't make any plans. I don't think so, Eris Ptolemy. I don't think so. But drop me a DM and I will think about it. Because it might be... Yeah, it could be quite a fun one to get an expert in Egyptology in there. I mean, that could be quite... Oh, you've already dropped me a DM. Yeah, that's cool. I'll let you know. I'll double check because I just need to... just work out how I'm going to do it, because once again, with everything else being up in the air, I kind of need to work out what the fuck is actually going on. What the fuck is actually happening, you know? Yeah, now. How's it going, Brookie Cookie Frog? How you doing, you beautiful being? Welcome on in. Good evening. Glad to see you're back here. Excuse yourself. I'm certainly trying to be. I'm having issues finding a reputable source. They aren't just fanfics. That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, to be fair, like when I've been going through and doing like the origin myths, I'm having to find reputable sources, which is a hard thing to do when it comes to myth, you know? Andreas, how's it going? Hello. Greetings from Geneva, the world's greatest place for physicists. Oh, I hope you're having a wonderful time there. Hope you're having a wonderful time there, friend. Was it those bold scent boosters? If it was the bold scent boosters, Stupedia, then I can honestly say they must have used so many of them. It was so fucking strong. So strong. It was wild, you know? One true cripple, you beautiful being. Hope you're doing well, friend. Hope you're doing well. It is, for those people that don't know, October is Spina Bifida Awareness Month. And One True Cripple over on their TikTok has been giving us information about giving us information on their TikTok about Spina Bifida, and the latest one. If you don't mind me repeating it, do you mind me repeating it? One True Cripple, the latest one that I saw. I don't want to be stealing your content, but I just want to make sure that people are aware. It was like the One True Cripple has been sharing. Oh, such an itchy nose today. It's been 2 weeks since I've had this shit. The One True Cripple is sharing little facts about Spina Bifida, and the latest one that I saw was that by the time that when somebody has Spina Bifida, by the time they are 8 years old, they are likely to have had 8 major surgeries. Is that right? Is that right, One True Cripple? That's me trying to remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that was wild to me. That was absolutely fucking wild to me. So yeah, if you are not aware, it is Spina Bifida Awareness Month in October, and yeah, it's one of them wild ones. One of them wild ones. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And thank you very much, One True Cripple, for going out there and sharing your interesting facts and your personal experiences with that. It's certainly educated me. So if it's educated me, I'm sure it's educating other people as well. I appreciate that. Oh, by the time they're 18, they're likely to have had 8 surgeries. Fucking hell. That is wild. Even like that is what, an average of just under one every 2 years. One every 2 to 2.5 years. That's fucking wild. Fucking wild, you know? Evening time zones and a good ace week, y'all. Is it asexual week? I am so behind. Honestly, this fucking computer dying on me has fucked everything. I should have decorated. It took me ages to actually get all the stuff out of the attic. I found out that I used to have one of these. These are little candle holders. My little pumpkin candle holders. They're all glittery and fancy and what have you. And I used to have one that was like 4 times the size of these, but it's broken. I don't know how it's broken because I'm very careful with my decorations, but it's fucked. So now we've just got 2 little ones instead. 2 little ones instead. How's it going, Shade Secrets? Hello, you beautiful bean. Rianne, hello, you glorious individual. 18 years of data lost after start over. Is there no way, non-binary, can you not take it into like a phone repair shop and say, look, can you just get the data off the memory for me? Because I'm pretty sure. Oh no, you lost your phone. Oh shit, it's not you broke your phone. Fuck. Jesus. In which case, make sure that whatever your new phone is, make sure you start like backing it all up to cover your ass. Do you know what I mean? Cover your hiney from it all right? Rowan Rose, hello, you beautiful bean. How's it going? So, can I have the free merch? No, you chicken devil. I like the way you asked, though. You know what I mean? I like the way you asked. Mr. Tiz, welcome on in, you glorious individual. Happy for you guys. We are happy to have people appreciate us for just being ourselves, Mr. Tiz, and we are very, very appreciative of people that step up and help us feel accepted, you know. And I am but one of the many letters in the alphabet mafia, and I am an ally to all others, you know. Not all other people, but certainly all other letters in the alphabet mafia. Okay? Because some people are just dickheads, and it doesn't really matter, like, doesn't matter where they're from, what their sexuality is, what their gender is, how old they are, doesn't matter any of those things. They're just dickheads. You know? You know? Adverts, I know, it's all the worst. The absolute worst. Wait, catching up. It's like Valen couldn't make up his mind on what to wear, so wore everything, basically. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Monogamouse sounds like a Pokemon. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if I made... That's not a bad idea. Making Pokemon out of all of the all of the letters in the LGBTQIA. Make your very own Pokemon. That could be fucking hilarious. Could be actually hilarious. Do you know what I mean? Snake. Love the longer version with the thriller spy moves. You know it. You know it. Acting. It's got to be done. It's got to be done, you know? Not enough Snake. What were you expecting? Just da-da-da. No, these are my swans. Anybody seen the vet? Because these swans are sick. That's what that... I can't do this without thinking of that phrase. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no? Valen's outfit and the music is like Johnny English, but Valen English. Or Johnny Vane. One of the two. One of the two. I don't know what's happening, but I'm tantalized. Memnot are the first ad break, so that people don't miss out on whatever content that we are planning or doing and that thingy. At the first ad, every single ad break, we do something different. All right. So at the first ad break, we do what is Valen wearing today. So I do the get the music on, and we do something fun. I dance away, and we talk about what I am physically wearing. What is my wardrobe choice for the rest of the stream? Do you know what I mean? The second ad break, I usually have a break myself, go visit the urination station, grab myself another cup of tea, that kind of thing. Third ad break, I normally talk about stuff that's going on with the stream. So stuff that's coming up, like the fact that we've got this Sunday, we've postponed the movie. I put the vote out to the community whether we wanted to do the movie night this Sunday, because I hadn't spoken about it in 2 weeks because I haven't been streaming. It's all been very, very up in the air. I wasn't sure whether people wanted to or not. And the community voted to have it next Sunday instead. So, like, next Sunday, we're going to have the double bill of movie night. We're going to watch Corpse Bride and then Interview with the Vampire. Which, if you would like to join, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to be a subscriber or anything. You can just join in. You don't have to have your camera. Don't have to have your audio on. Just come, watch the movie. We normally type away while the movie's going on so that people who just want to watch the movie don't have it. Don't have to worry about indulging themselves. And we always have subtitles on if we can find them, to make sure that there's inclusivity, because we appreciate a good bit of inclusivity. Also, this Thursday I've stopped doing this Thursday I am doing a stream. We're gonna have the art. In fact, you know what, let's do it in order. So tomorrow I will be playing
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
The meaning of life, the universe and everything. Maybe. Glad to have supported you this long. Love you, Val.
Oh, Dean, 42 months, you outrageous individual.
Pander to my ego. Pander to it. Pander to it.
Conjunctivitis, sight for sore eyes.
God damn it, Stupedia. Dean, I shall not inscribe your name upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum, Snapchat, you cheeky devil. Can't believe it's been 42 months. That's outrageous.
Pander to my ego. Pander to it. Pander to it.
Interruption. You knew it.
I fucking did. As soon as I heard it, I knew it. You shit. Every morning you gotta roll over, look in the mirror, and go, God, do I look rough? But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You cheeky devil. God damn it, Dean. Outrageous. Outrageous, I tell you. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, we're going to do it in order. So this Thursday, I'm going to do the grand unboxing of this wonderful package. The grand unboxing of this wonderful package that came in the mail that got sent to me by a wonderful company. And we're going to talk about a bit about that. We will then on Sunday. How's it going, Chunk? Hello. Then on Sunday we will be doing the movie double bill, the spooky movie double bill, where we're going to be watching The Corpse Bride. It'll start at 7 p.m. Did I say 7 p.m.? Oh no, it's a little bit, a little bit earlier. So 6 p.m. GMT. 6. When's? Are we still on BST? Are we now on GMT? We're still on BST, right?
Yeah, you subscribed.
Is that right?
Most kind.
BST, yeah. 6 p.m. BST. We'll be in the Discord in the little cinema section. And we'll watch Corpse Bride, and then we'll have a bit of a break, and then we'll watch Interview with the Vampire, because it's fucking awesome. I saw that, Dean, you said you were away at a wedding. As much as I think that a movie night with us is infinitely better, I think that's a good enough excuse. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a good enough excuse. Stupedia! Thank you very much for giving that sub to Classic Chunk. Classic Chunk, your name is now inscribed on the mirror vein. You are literally buying your subscription. Ha! They got there first, Chunk. Take that. I've inscribed your name on the mirror vein, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil, though you've probably seen it all already, because especially in the warmer months, I happily strut about, tackle a flapping. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Oh, God, do I look rough? But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You know? How's it going, Zero? How you doing, you beautiful bean? What was I saying? Yeah, on Sunday, we're going to do the movie double belt, 6 p.m. BST. And then next Monday, we are going to do the Mythical Mondays deep dive into the Curse of the Mummy. And then on Tuesday, we're going to do a usual Tuesday daytime stream. I'm going to have a bit of a break and then we're going to have a Halloween party. Then we're going to have a bit of a Halloween party, bit of a Halloween shindig on the evening. Why? Because I fucking can. So it's going to be a busy old time. It's going to be a busy old time. I'll also give you a heads up that on Wednesday, the 1st of November, I'll be doing a normal stream during the day, and then I'll be going away. I'm going to go and see McSteffels because she's taking some time off work because it's half term, so I'm going to go spend some time with her and her kid so that we can all spend time together as a nice little unit. Do you know what I mean? But I will be back the following weeks. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, where was I? Having a rough time. Glad you are live for the distraction. Won't trauma dump for just health stuff. I appreciate you not trauma dumping, MB. I really do. I really do. But I hope you're doing all right, buddy. Hope you're doing all right and you're on the mend if it's health stuff, you know. Haven't said goodbye already? My God, Andreas. Fleeting visit it was. Fleeting visit. Didn't realize how much I missed what Valen is wearing. Probably made me smile. You're very welcome, painted lady. I have missed doing it. I have missed being on stream. I feel extremely behind. Do you know what I mean? I feel extremely behind. Twisted Peacock sounds painful. I mean, I'm all for all kinds of inventive sex moves. Do you know what I mean? You know, you proceed to it from tomorrow morning. Glad to hear it. Famous sex move performed by Valen when he gets giddy writing names. You know it's true. The Twisted Peacock. You're fine. Rather you be comfortable and false it. I'm going to be in anyway. I need to pop in. No worries. Thank you very much, Eris. I really appreciate you putting that out there. I really appreciate you putting that out there. Has it been a while? Not yet. Not yet. Cool. Also has Spina Bifida, but one of the rare ones. One of the rare... I know that Spina Bifida is like a... If I remember correctly, let me say... I'm not going to say I know. If I remember correctly, Spina Bifida is like a umbrella name for a genus of disabilities. Is that the right terminology? Like a collection of thingies. So there's various different types of them. Not exactly. Okay, please by all means correct me. I'd rather give correct information out there. You know. Kind of lucky I only had one surgery, but they botched it so badly they cannot give me another due to causing more damage. That's awful.
Panda to my ego. Panda to it. Panda to it.
Just because you haven't been able to stream for 2 weeks doesn't mean you couldn't have dusted. Damn, those cobwebs.
Do you know what it is, Shade Secrets? All right. Right? Not even a lie, okay? This is God honest truth, okay? So, because obviously I believe in God and therefore can swear by God honest truth, but that's not the point. I blitzed while I was like here without a computer, like no technology, back to the Stone Age things. I had to find my own entertainment, which meant that I cleansed everything. The entire house was spotless. I even went round with like a special suction device, getting the dust out of the air. It's true. Facts. Okay. And then as soon as I got the computer, I was so focused on making sure the computer worked, getting everything up and running and what have you, that this giant were spider appeared and fucking sharted all over my fucking studio space. All right. This was clean this morning. This was clean. And now look at it. It's a fucking were spider shart attack. Fucking all over the place. A were spider? No, a weir spider. As in like a weir wolf. Or a weird dolphin. It's a thing, right? It's a thing. You're 46 and you had 15 surgeries, an average of 1 every 3 years. Yeah, I remember you saying that, Monter Gribble. Fucking wild. Right, hold on. Let me see what you just wrote there. You did another TikTok on the levels of severity. Okay, I'll have to check that out. There are a couple of types and varying degrees of severity. Okay, interesting. Thank you very much. Friends, please, like, let's as much as I appreciate the fact that there are individuals here that also have spina bifida, please just be careful we don't overwhelm One True Cripple with asking them about whether they've done all the bits and pieces. If you want to check out, let's fucking do it right now. If you want to check out what One True Cripple has done, I'm gonna give you a bit of self promo here. One True Cripple.
We're gonna give you 10 minutes to prove to us that there is a god.
You can chew a foreskin. One True Cripple. The One True Cripple. Here you are, friends. If you want to find out which ones that they have done, you can check out the One True Cripple on TikTok. You want to find out more about Spina Bifida? You have your own experiences with Spina Bifida that you would like to share, you would like to go and comment on, what have you, please go and check out One True Cripple and follow them and help them do the good work of educating people about Spina Bifida. All right, there you go. Do you want a pizza order, darling? When are you ordering it, Chunk? Because I kind of do, but I know that I'm going to be doing this for a good few hours yet. Well, I'm going to be doing it for another couple of hours because we've got to get onto the... I can wait till we finish stream. Yes, then. Let's go with yes. I want to get onto this zombification stuff, you know? Yeah, now. What in the bloody hell is that? TikTok, you good? A lot of the stuff that's been coming up on my TikTok For You page at the moment is a lot of theological stuff. And my FYP has been going down theology more than anything else, which is fascinating to say the least. Because I enjoy a good debate. I don't get involved in them because I can't be fucked, but I enjoy a good debate. All I care about is the way you treat me, and it's been absolutely spectacular. I appreciate you all and these amazing individuals that you are. Yes, exactly, Red Madman. Exactly. Amen to that. Some people will always be dicks. Exactly. Exactly. I think the real thing, Rian Monster, is exactly what you were saying. Some people will always be dicks. It's about treating people as individuals, not because of a situation or because of something that they can't control. Don't fucking treat somebody shit because of the color of their skin, because of how old they are, because of their sexuality or their gender. Don't treat people shit because of all of these things.
Pander to my ego. Pander to it. Pander to it.
The United States eats 350 slices of pizza every second. I'm unsure why our entire country eats this much in a second and where the math is, but interesting fact nonetheless. I'm having a bad day, but it's been made better seeing your ugly mug on my second screen.
The sexiest ugly mug you've ever seen. What can I say? Thank you very much for that random fact about America. I enjoyed that. What lovely spooky decor. How's it going, Real Radhom? Can I get a shout out for Real Radhom, please? If you enjoy your deep philosophical, theological, and political debates, you should definitely go check out Real Radhom because they are a spectacular, wonderful individual. I enjoy a good debate. And when I have the opportunity, not for the past 2 weeks because I've had no fucking computer, but when I have the opportunity to check in Real Radhom streams, the conversation is always unbelievably fascinating. Yes, yeah, what spooky decor? Exactly, I've gone for the spookiness. Yes, what can I say? Today, well, I was explaining earlier that a were-spider came and sharted everywhere. It wasn't meant to be Halloween-y, but what can you do when a were-spider comes around like that, you know? You know? All right, let me try and catch up with chat a little bit. Oh. It's alright, I got it, mods. People go check out Real Radhom. Beautiful bean. Like I said, if you enjoy philosophical, theological, or political debates, they are a very, very great... But also, if you have a tendency to appreciate amazing facial hair and well-sculpted mustache, well worth checking out. Well worth checking out. Got to go teach a class. Rian Monster, you take it easy. You take it easy, beautiful bean. Hope the class goes very, very well, you know? Johnny Vane sounds like a take on what if Vane was 70% more punk? Hey, I'm Johnny Vane. Oh, politics. That's me being punk. There needs to be a polyamorous mouse. A polyamor mouse? with a bunch of friendly-looking mice. We've got polyamorous with the delightful, pretty Polly. We've got that one. That one's covered. Do you know what I mean? You're off to a wedding. That's all right. That's okay. Wedding be wedding-like. Do you know what I mean? Is the UK in GMT or BST? The clocks go back on the 29th of October when the clocks go back in the UK's on Greenwich time. Yes, thank you very much. So we're still on BST, and then on the 29th of October we go back. Okay, no worries. Which is, oh, that's gonna be a dick. So even though we are currently on BST, the movie night will be on the 29th of October at 6 p.m. GMT, which is an hour earlier. So 5 p.m. BST, 6 p.m. GMT. Fuck, that great way to make it confusing for yourself, Val. God damn it. Van, have you watched Interview with the Vampire series? In 2022, they made Interview with the Vampire into a series. It's got 98% on Rotten Tomatoes and 7.3 on IMDb. Color me intrigued. I will not be watching it anytime soon because currently it's available on BBC iPlayer. And in case you aren't aware of the way that the UK works, if you want to watch anything on the BBC, you have to have a TV license, which covers the entire country. So basically, there used to be a thing called TV license. And you, in order to watch television, you needed a license to be able to do that, which was a way of the British broadcasting system, the BBC, rinsing people of money. But then it turned out as time went on and there was more and more channels, and we had 4 channels, and then we had 5 channels, and then we had 128 million channels. They realized that was completely superfluous. So now you need a TV license if you watch the BBC. So fucking stupid. But yeah. Anyway. Wedding with a load of larpers in the middle of a forest near Bristol. In which case, I hope you wrap up warm, Dean. I hope you wrap up warm. Wrap up warm, friend. Head tackle flapping. Was that me again? No, I can flap a tackle. It's alright. Just need to be naked and run up the stairs. Tackle be a flapping, you know. Grifstar, how you doing? Finished your 30-weight podcast series today. Thank you for doing those. It's been very informative and important. Thank you so much for listening to them. I really, really appreciate it, Grifstar. I really appreciate that, friend. I'm hoping next year I'll be doing the 3rd season of 3rd series of Thirsty Work. But at the moment, I just don't have enough time to organize it all because I'm focusing on the... We've got a massive Halloween night on Friday called Devil's Night. Next year, that might be changing into something completely fucking different. And because of the fact that this year has been so cataclysmically shite, I have decided to cancel my Krampusnacht event. We'll do one next year. It'll be fine. It's not a problem. I'm just too fucking busy and too full of other bits and pieces that need to be sorted out, you know? But yeah, so next year we'll do a 3rd season of Thirsty Work. For sure. Ladies and gentlemen and all genders outside and in between, Zero the Alien redeemed a Praise the Mods 10 minutes ago. Could you do me a massive favor and throw out some mod loves in the channel? You can use any kind of mod loves from any kind of channel. You can use any kind of love hearts from any kind of channel. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful moderators. I would very much appreciate it. Fuck it. That'll do. Mods, thank you so much for all that you do, both in and out of this stream. Many of you help me out in so many ways, in and out of the stream, and it is a genuine privilege to have you on my team. I appreciate you, you beautiful individuals. God damn it. Exclamation mark dick sword. Yes, that brings you into the dick sword. The person that's joined the dick sword, I just give you the follower role, so now you are able to post about the dick sword as you see fit. You know. The spine defect is a group of neural tube defects where the spine doesn't fuse together properly and nerves can escape and go rogue. They can also be gaping hole to the outside world or a lump of fatty tissue, or in case of occulta, a cute dimple and a weird few hairs. Interesting. Didn't know the TikTok and the lives are very amazing. Thank you very much, One True Cripple. And yeah, people go check out One True Cripple on the TikToks. You know, a weird spider. A weird spider. That's the one thing. You know, down those weird spiders. So rude, right? Can't fool us. You opened the PC case, blew the dust, and this is the result. Soren Lin, how dare you call me out like that? How dare you call me out like that, you cheeky devil? God damn it. Ask you whatever. I appreciate you being that open. One True. I'm very cautious of like when I talk about other people's content and stuff like that. The amount of times that people do, like, out of pure enthusiasm and support, people do be like, "Hey, have you done this? Have you done these things and what have you?" But I also am very aware that it can get real overwhelming. So yeah, I appreciate. I just want to make sure that everyone's okay. Do you know what I mean? You're a mensch? I'm a mensch? Oh, I don't know what that means, but thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Trick or treat, it'll be a mushroom pizza. You can chew a bollock hair. Classic chunk. I will happily grow out my testicle hair just so that you can chew on one. I'll make it real long and grey. You shit. God damn it. I do like pizza. That's the thing. I hate mushrooms. Bastards. A lot of them. How's it going, Real Radham? Hello. Plus, imagine a world where everybody was exactly the same all the time. Sounds kind of boring. Oh, yeah. Massively. Massively boring. I enjoy a good debate. I enjoy a good disagreement. You know what I mean? So long as my thing with it, like, I love a good bit of confrontation, but my thing with it is always going to be a scenario of respect. You can disagree with somebody and respect them. Do you know what I mean? You can turn around and be like, do you know what? I don't agree with this, but I respect your right to think that. I will disagree with you and argue with you and contest your view on these things. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be a dick about it. And that's what I'm like. That's my entire thing. I'm all for a good disagreement. In fact, I would even go so far as to say I'm all for a good argument. But it's about the respect that you show each other. You know? There is a thing going around at the moment in the UK. So in the UK, you like the political party that is in charge at the moment. We're not going to go into like actual politics, okay? But the political party that is in charge at the moment is the... Bear with me 2 seconds, friends. What the fuck is this? Yeah, the political party that's in charge at the moment is the Tory party, the Conservative Party. And there has been an ongoing scenario where people have been complaining that people who are conservatives, that are Tories, as they say, are complaining about the fact that they are... What's the word I'm looking for? That they are not loved. And they're not lovable. The people will stop being friends with them. People will actively avoid them in the dating market because of their political beliefs. And they've been getting quite emotional about the fact that it's like, it really upsets me that just because I am aligned with this political party, people are actively avoiding me and disliking me and choosing to like delete me as a friend and what have you. But the fact of the matter is that if you are strongly into politics, those politics, the political party that you choose to follow, especially if you stick to one party no matter what happens, you stick to that one party. Bear with me 2 seconds. There we go. If you choose to stick to one party, no matter what happens, it doesn't matter. You're going to stick to that party. Then that is a massive view on where your morals lie and how you view other human beings. And at the moment, the people that are in charge are scum. I remember being on dating apps years and years and years ago and seeing all these people being like, hashtag wouldn't fuck a Tory. Do you know what I mean? How's it going, Nibirin? Hello, you beautiful bean. And it's like, hashtag wouldn't fuck a Tory or hashtag don't fuck a Tory. And like seeing that and just being like, oh, like that's a bit odd. That's an odd thing to do. It's just like politics. And now that I'm more into politics, now that I'm more intrigued by it and what have you, I'm like, no, I completely agree. I wouldn't fuck a Tory because them voting for these people who are capitalistic, materialistic pieces of shit that'll happily watch the poor burn while they warm their hands on their corpses. Yeah, I can't associate with somebody like that, and I certainly wouldn't put my fucking genitalia near them. Do you know what I mean? Hassan, how you doing? How's it going? Are you an emo? I am not, my friend. No. But I can see if you're unfamiliar with the fashion trends and senses and what have you. I can see why you might thought that because of the thick eyeliner and stuff, but no, I am not. I am me. I just wear it because I like it, you know? I wear it because I like it. I'm that kind of person. Oh, my lordy, I completely missed it. Authenticator, 8 minutes ago, you redeemed a vanity promo, and I completely missed it. Friends, a vanity promo is the channel point thing where I need to talk about myself and stuff that I do. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk about my TikTok. I'll throw out all of my socials. I'll throw all my socials out there so that everyone's aware of them. But I'm going to talk about my TikTok because my TikTok is the thing.
Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful bean. Welcome on in. I don't like to call people out just in case they're lurking, but you're very, very welcome here. The TikTok is the one thing that I am in I post most on. I post every single day onto TikTok. Post something every single day onto TikTok. I have just breached 80,000 followers. So a massive thank you to all those people that follow me on TikTok because that is fucking wild to me. But yeah, I post every single day on TikTok something or other. It's usually about a minute to a minute and a half long little video about something. And yeah, that is the thing that I am outside of Twitch probably most present on. I am working on other platforms as well, but I realized a little while ago that I spread myself far too thin. I spread myself so unbelievably thin with all the projects that I do that I end up getting burnt out. So I'm trying to wind it all back in a little bit and focus on 2 platforms and the events that I do. When they're all fine and dandy, I will move on to the others. Do you know what I mean? So the 2 platforms at the moment are TikTok and Twitch. Because they're the ones that I have the most interaction, the most community, the most the most amount of followers. Like, I want to be able to build a solid base in these 2 before I go on to do all the other bits and pieces. So that is why those are the 2 that I'm doing. I will get back into doing Instagram and all the other ones, but those are the 2 that I'm focusing on more than anything else. Do you know what I mean? More than anything else. So yeah, if you want to check me out on TikTok, you're more than welcome to. If you want to check me out on all the other ones, you're more than welcome to as well, by all means. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm on them all, but yeah, those are the ones that I am trying to build stable foundations on before I escalate onto other things. You know what I mean? Do you enjoy that 1 week when time zones compress a bit? The interview series is good, yeah. Interesting. BBC hasn't done a bad job. Waiting for the 2nd series. Okay, I'll have to see if I can check it out because I'd never even heard of the new Interview of the Vampire series, which is wild to me. Do you know what I mean? One true cripple, come here, cheeky devil. What do y'all like claiming cheeky kisses, you cheeky individual? Fenrir Art, how you doing? How's it going? You always look forward to the whimsical facts. I appreciate that. Is that because of the flowery language that I use? Is that because of the flowery language that I use? Lena, hello. Come here, you. What do you like claiming cheeky kisses, you cheeky devil? We can't get Hulu in the UK. No, well, I don't believe that I can. I have tried to see things from Hulu, and it's just like, not available in your region. I'm like, okay, thanks. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? No one pays for their BBC subscription anymore. No, because they fucking shoehorned it in, and they were just like, do you know what? No, you can't. Because the difference, I think the problem is that the BBC was like, everyone needs a TV license. Everyone needs. Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me, everyone. Hold on. Let me do this properly. But like, excuse me, everyone. Excuse me, everyone. This is the British Broadcasting Channel. I want you all to know that by owning a television, back in the 50s and 60s when televisions first came out, by owning a television, you must all pay us. You must pay us not only for the television itself. No. You want to own the television, you have to pay for the ability to use the television. Yes. There you have it. You see, it's the first iteration of media subscription service that anyone's going to use. However, we're going to use our friends, our chums in government to make it a mandatory service. Yes. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Yes. And what's that? What's that? Sky TV. What is Sky TV? Oh. They offer channels as well. Well, we offer 4 channels, and we're working on a 5th channel. What? They offer over 100 channels. Shit. Well, don't worry. Our friends in the government will make sure that even if they're watching Sky, they'll still have to pay us for the TV license. Yes, that's great. What's that? The internet. Never heard of it. No. Never heard of it. I don't think the internet's going to really bother us, is it? That's not a problem. People are putting TV channels onto the internet. And they've got their own subscription services. Well, we're going to make sure... Oh, because it's on the internet, it doesn't count. Shit. Reginald! Quick! Fetch the quill and ink. We need to write new reasons for them to pay us. Like, if they watch BBC on any service, we will make sure they pay us. If they watch live BBC broadcasts on, say, YouTube, yes, they've got to pay us as well. Have you got this, Reginald? With your quill and your ink? Why are you dressed like a squire? God damn it, we're in the 1950s here. The 1950s, I tell you. You know? How's it going, Broomspin? How you doing, you beautiful being? Welcome on in. Need to get my pretzel fixed. But, you know. Next year's events are going to be amazing, though. You fucking know it, Chunk. Oh, they're going to be so good. Right, I'm catching up with chat a wee bit, friends. Now I need to get a topic for today's TikTok. Anyone here can DM me on Dixod with questions. I appreciate that, One True Cripple. Yes, if people do have questions about Spina Bifida, One True Cripple has opened up to allow the people to send them DMs about Spina Bifida, you know? How's it going, Nibirin? How are you, beautiful being? You want to consider dating prospects and deny the rights and existence of people like me? Nah, brah, exactly, Authentica. Exactly. Friends, an advert will be starting in the next minute-ish. Huh. Interesting. I've just realized that normally my adverts should start 30 minutes into the stream, and then an hour and 30 minutes into the stream, 2.5 hours into the stream, 3.5 hours into the stream, etc, etc. However, this is telling me that it's going to start at an hour and 20. Something's going on with my ads and it's pissing me off. Friends, get up, have a stretch your eyes, look at something in the distance, then look back again. Grab some kind of beverage, hot, cold, or if the time is permitting, flamboyant as fuck. Don't forget to take your meds. Don't forget to take your meds, you cheeky devils. And if you're wearing a binder, have a couple of deep breaths. Stretch those lungs out. Stretch those rib cages out. And I will be back momentarily. And we'll jump into learning about zombies and stuff. We'll catch up with chat, and then we'll jump into learning about zombies and stuff. All right? All right? All right. All right. Don't go anywhere, you beautiful beings. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back, friends, you cheeky devils. How's it going? Welcome back. How you doing? You enjoy my little skeletons dancing there? Beautiful beans that they were. Beautiful beans that they were. Enjoy a good skeleton dancing. And that leads us quite nicely onto some of the stuff that we are going to be doing shortly. However, before I do that, Before I do that, Painted Lady has redeemed a whimsical fact, and Artemis Blackfire has redeemed something. How's it going, Wild Squeak? How you doing? Artemis Blackfire, are you still here, you beautiful bean? I'm going to try and find a good whimsical fact. Fucking hell, we have done so many whimsical facts. I'm trying to find... ones that we haven't done before. Ooh, okay. Where's my little pipe to make me seem more educated? Whimsical fact about sex. And for those people that have come and joined us over from TikTok, this is slightly different. We use actual words and terminology here. I don't use all my whimsical things, because on Twitch I can swear like a fucking sailor, you know? Whimsical fact about sex. Did you know that when it comes to heteronormative penis in vagina sex, more thrusting does not equal more fun? Forget what you see in pornography. Pounding or fast, hard thrusting doesn't turn most people with vulvas on. It can actually be quite painful and cause injury, Prowse says. The most common place that people with vulvas experience pain during sex is in the vulval vestibule. The vulval vestibule. Just under the opening to the vagina, where a thin skin stretches underneath the opening that is very vulnerable to abrasion and tearing, she says. This is why generally women do not, and I'm doing a direct quote here, so that's the reason why I'm saying women. This is why generally why women do not benefit from or want prolonged pounding, which just drags the penis repeatedly across this area, creating painful friction fairly quickly. We, sex therapists, are not kidding when we suggest not making intercourse the focus of sex. There are good physiological reasons for play elsewhere for most of any sexual experience. For most of any sexual experience. Direct quotation there, do you know what I mean? Jackhammering is for road workers only. Some people very much enjoy it. Let's be very, very clear. It does say most. Okay? It does say most. There will be people with vulvas out there that love a good pounding. They love to feel the dulcet ache when somebody with a penis has gone to fucking town on their nether regions. Okay? They will exist. However, let's take it as granted that you should speak to the person with the vulva to ask them what they like, and maybe, you know, change the alterations based on that. You know, rough sex is great in its time and place. Do you know what I mean? But it is certainly not the be all and end all. Certainly not the be all and end all. And we've got to remember as well that an awful lot, not all, but an awful lot of pornography is based around the fantasy of degradation. That is an entire fucking talk in and of itself, but I will talk about that some other time, you know? Yeah, I know. Also, Artemis Blackfire, did I miss you saying you were here? You are here! Artemis Blackfire, you cheeky devil! Well, hello there. Survived a rotation around the sun, Smolder. Getting all up and close and personal, are you? Close and personal to my delightful visage. Why? For it is your birth anniversary. Your birth anniversary, my dear Artemis Blackfire. Survived an entire rotation of the sun, did you? Let me just itch my moustache. Something about a birthday. Oh. Yes. That's where it's at. Oh, my. What do you think it was for? What did you think it was for? Good Lord, Artemis Blackfire. Here I am. Lubing up my lips. We just all have well lubricated lips. Well lubed lips, friends. In order to sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Artemis Blackfire. Happy birthday to
It's a raid. Flee! Flee!
Ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside in between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders, throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine who do these people think they are? It's outrageous, I tell you. Absolutely scandalous.
Yeah,
Behold, we bring
subscribed.
science.
Most kind.
Hello there.
Hello there, Nixoy. How you doing? Coming in for the 7 months as well. Also, Chags came in and did a 43-month resub while I was away, and I completely missed that.
Little stalker.
Welcome on in, you beautiful individual. How's it going, Odious? Hello, you beautiful individual. How's it going? Let me... Oh, my God, there's so many people in here. How's it going, Stacy? What are you up to? Tell me all about it. Tell me all the things. Don't do all the bits and pieces, you glorious individual. Thank you so much for the follow.
Subscribed. Most kind.
Might as well since I'm
Wait,
here.
you might as well since you're here. You might as well since you're here. My lordy. Let me get some music back on because there's nothing going on in the background. Chags, Nixoy, and Stacy the Linguist. Your names are now inscribed upon the mirror of vein, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Oh God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, harra, sexy. Oh yes, meow. You know, you were bringing some fun times. What were you doing? You were hanging out, figuring out where I want to stream my stream to go, and landed on playing a little puzzle game. Might be doing more science next stream. Ooh, what kind of science and what kind of puzzle game? Tell me more, friends. If you are new here, 2 things you need to know about this channel. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. Faux pas, individuals. Faux pas. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. 2, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. You shouldn't be because you were in Stacy stream, and I'm pretty sure that they have a an 18+ stream all the same. But if you are under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. We talk about sex all the time. However, today, we are going on a very different route. We are going to be talking about zombies momentarily. We're going to be talking about zombies because we decided that every Monday in October, we were going to be doing Mythical Mondays. Thank you very much for the shout out for Stacey the Linguist there. People go to click on that cheeky little link. Mechanica Muse. Mechanica Museum? Okay, interesting. Color me intrigued. What kind of puzzle game is it? Tell me more. Yeah, every Monday in October, we're going to be doing a different creature, different mythical creature. However, for the past 2 weeks, my darling computer, my sweet, sweet baby boy, died a miserable fucking death, and I had to replace the motherboard. And then I got a faulty motherboard, so I had to replace that motherboard. It was an entire ordeal. So I've managed to do vampires so far. And then we were going to do witches, and then we were going to do werewolves, and we've pushed them into November, and today is zombies. Zombifications, you know? You know, it's got room vibes where you solve puzzle box, but it's a sci-fi alien tech. Ooh, that does sound great. That does sound great. Thank you so much for bringing your people over. I really appreciate it. Friends, if Stacey the Linguist and all of you beautiful individuals that have just come over, if you need to leave because you're not into zombies, or you need to go grab a snaffly treat, or something is calling you within the wonderful world of your existence, then please go do what you need to do. Go do what you need to do, you exquisite beings. I really appreciate you coming by. I really appreciate you bringing all your people, Stacey. But again, if you need to disappear off and do your stuff, please do so. Please do so. Right, okay, right, friends. I'm going to very quickly whip down and just check that I'm not missing too much. All of the bits and pieces. The screen is so momentum ori. Yes, 100%, very much so. The be right back screen, where every time we do like starting soon and be right back, I do a new screensaver, and today's screensaver is this. I can show you actually. Dancing skeletons. All of the dancing skeletons. So, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that we're doing. Because we're talking about the undead. So, you know, I needed a bit of Valen. Got to grab some food and handle some IRL stuff. But I'm lurking. You take it easy, Stacey. Thank you so much for bringing your people here. I really, really appreciate you, beautiful bean. Mr. Trilby, come here, cheeky devil. Come here, you. What do you like claiming cheeky kisses, you beautiful bean? But yes, friends. We are going to be jumping into the wonderful world of learning about zombies. So if you are not into zombifications and what have yous, we are learning the original stories of zombies, where the origins of the undead shambling corpses came from. Obviously, in this day and age, we have learned a hell of a lot more about the dynamics of viruses and stuff like that, because of course people like to put get science involved in all of these things, as in what would be the most likely way that a zombie could exist, and they have got some very good arguments for it. But we're looking at the origins of where that all came from. We did do vampires, as I said before, and we found out the vampires started as a wraith-like creature, a wraith creature that fed off the life essence. It was a ghost that would wander around bloated and darkened of skin for all of the life essence that it had absorbed from other people. And it was only in the 17th century, with the view of science, where it became a shambling corpse that fed off blood, because the church viewed blood as the life force. And that was when, as it progressed from the Eastern European areas across into Europe and the UK, that scientists went, well, this makes no sense. But what would make sense is if there was an undead creature that fed from blood, you know? Sounds like my former mother-in-law. I mean, I couldn't possibly speculate, you know? You know, but now we're going to look at zombies. We're going to look at the other form of the undead, the shambling corpse and what have you. A zombie trait. We're looking at zombie traits. I'm getting my first lot of information is coming from the History channel, so history.com. Zombies, according to popular culture and folklore, is usually either a reawakened corpse with a ravenous appetite, or someone bitten by a zombie infecting the zombie virus. That kind of dynamic. They're usually portrayed but robotic beings with rotting flesh. That whole shambling corpse situation where they literally are a body reanimated. Now, obviously, we have like the old stories from voodoo, and we'll get into the voodoo dynamics and what have you. But there's also stories like Frankenstein's monster, you know, or I believe Frankenstein was originally called the Prometheus Project, where a scientist took corpses to reanimate them. And then there's obviously stories like the Reanimator, which came a little bit later on and stuff. But yeah, technically zombies are already in the world, just currently only affecting insects with certain parasites and fungal disease. So the parasite side of things is a different dynamic, because that is specifically a procreation scenario. In fact, I suppose it's the same with fungus. But the parasite affects the way that brains work. And I know that there's an interesting bit of science there, where I read a fucking thing, an article years and years, fucking a decade or so ago, where they were saying the most likely chance that zombification would actually happen is through a parasite that infects cats' guts. And they found that I think it's like one in every 4 people that were obsessed with cats. So you know when you get this stereotypical crazy cat lady, like if somebody had lots and lots and lots of pet cats, there is a chance that they have that parasite in their brain that is making them want more cats, because the original parasite is designed to affect rodents, and it makes them not scared of cats, so that the cat will eat the rodent and the parasite will gestate in the cat's gut, be shat out by the cat, and then be eaten by a rodent, and the cycle continues. However, nowadays you're looking a lot more along the lines of what The Last of Us was doing, which is into the realms of the cordyceps fungus, which is far more along the lines of this whole, how's that? Oh yeah, affected by the poop. Exactly, right? I'm a zombie before I get my coffee. Entirely fair. I'm a zombie before I get a good cup of tea in me, I have to say. And then you get, yeah, the cordyceps virus, which is something that affects, you get different, not virus, the cordyceps fungus, which is one of the reasons why I hate fungus, but which is far more species specific. And it's genuinely terrifying because the cordyceps fungus is species specific. So there's cordyceps fungus that grows on ants that only affects ants. Cordyceps fungus that grows on like moths that only affects moths. How's it going, Gru and Dragon? Hello, you beautiful individual. And then, unfortunately, and I say this genuinely unfortunately, recently, a fucking scientist decided to grow their own cordyceps using their own skin. And I'm going to show you a picture now. It's a disgusting picture if you don't like fungus and stuff like that. But I found the actual picture. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. The actual picture. This is a picture of the cordyceps fungus grown off of human skin and blood cells. Okay? There's your warning. There's your warning. This is the cordyceps fungus grown directly off of human tissue. Why would they do that? Good question. Fungus among us? Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it's fucking terrifying. Because, like I said, from what I understand of the cordyceps fungus, it's the same video. From what I understand of the cordyceps fungus, it is literally species specific. So the cordyceps fungus that affects ants can't infect any other insect species. The cordyceps fungus that affects moths can't affect any other species. It is literally specific to the insect that it affects because of evolution and what have you. And then oh my god, Fenrir Art, the scientist must have been a fun guy. Really? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Yeah, exactly. And this TikToker is a scientist. Can't affect other species yet. Well, this is the thing. This TikToker, if I remember correctly, they actually altered the cordyceps fungus in order to make it grow off human tissue. They wore a science coat, so they must have been a scientist, right? But they in scientific conditions, they had petri dishes and all of the bits and pieces and what have you. I don't know whether they had any qualifications. I got no idea. Maybe they were the TikToker Sother Spore is going viral on the platform after revealing that he recreated the cordyceps mushrooms using his own flesh and blood, even going so far as to give the fungus a taste on the video. Yeah, he fucking eats a bit of the fungus on the video. It's ridiculous. How's it going, Cut and Run? How you doing? Behave. This is a crispy baked mashed potato pie. I think you'll find. So, in their bio, the content creator writes that they are a mushroom man growing gourmet mushrooms. However, this is the first time that they have ever attempted to create the Last of Us thing. Just ridiculous, all right? So if the zombie apocalypse comes around, because, you know, we're not having enough trouble with the weather at the moment and all of the ridiculous amounts of corruption and wars and violence and stuff like that. Fuck it. Let's just bring zombies around. Let's just fucking bring zombies around, you know? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. All right, friends? Doesn't mean that you should. Okay. So yeah, so that's how like science is explaining the idea, the concept of it at the moment. Also, somebody asked me how I liked my tea. I like my tea black. I like it black like my soul. All right. What's up, guys? First time trying to end the world. Let's hit the big red button. Exactly. hit that like button. Fucking ridiculous. Do you know what? I fucking hate that shit like that. There's a lot of like content creator drama going around at YouTube at the moment with a couple of content creators. I'm not going to go into it at the moment, but the amount of videos that I've seen being like, if you agree with me, hit that like button. And I'm like, now I don't want to hit the like button specifically because you said I should. I do agree with you, but nah. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? How's it going, Safi Pie? How you doing, you beautiful being? Yes, the PC is now working. The PC is now working, finally, after all of this time. But we're doing a deep dive on zombies at the moment, and we've just been talking about the fact that the more recent scientific dynamics of zombies, but more specific with the fact that there is literally a TikToker who has created the cordyceps fungus off of their own flesh and blood. Literally bits of their own skin and their own blood, and they've grown the fungus that literally inspired The Last of Us. That happened. That was the thing. Do you know what I mean? As soon as you say something like, if you agree, you liked this, if you learned something, nope, no clicking from me. Yeah, I am very much the same, Gruen Dragon. Very, very much the same. Just like, right, if you need me if you like, it's one thing turning around and being like, hey, if you've got to this far in the video, give it a like. If you've got this far in the video, I would really appreciate you giving it a like because it helps us in the algorithms, and it does. I've seen the algorithms. This is my fucking business. Do you know what I mean? I've seen the algorithms. The more you like something, the more you comment something, the more you interact with something, the more it is going to get pushed and stuff like that. That's one thing. But when you're trying to use weird sideways tactics, just ask them. Just say, hey, if you like this video, give it a like. If you haven't liked the video, that's cool. That's not a problem. If you'd like to comment on something, comment on something. That's all grand and dandy. But when you're like, if you agree with me, like the video. It's like, really? Okay, fine. Whatever. Anyway, how's it going, Mr. Bargains? How you doing? Doing all right. Doing okay. But yeah, we're talking about zombies today. So we've talked about the modern iteration of zombies, the more understanding of zombies. But according to history.com, the first civilization to have been terrorized by the fear of the undead, of the idea of hordes of people returning from dead, was actually the ancient Greeks. Now, from what I've seen in some other bits and pieces, a lot of it came down to the idea of Hades, and Hades not the god, but Hades the place. Hades was the underworld of the ancient Greek civilization, and everyone went to the same place. There was no good, there was no bad, there was no like heaven for good people and hell for bad people or any of that shit. It was just one place. After you die, you all go to Hades. All right. Hades was guarded by Cerberus, the big three-headed dog, and the god Hades. However, one of the big things, especially in ancient Greek mythos, was the fact that people can come and go from Hades. People could. All of their old stories talk about various different heroes going to the land of the dead to like gather loved ones or to pay their visits to like various I seem to remember the fates living there at one point. But yeah, living people going to the land of the dead and coming back with dead people. All right. How bad is death really if there's doggies? Exactly. I mean, that's fair, entirely fair point. Do you know what I mean? Hades was a day trip for mortals too. You could go through Hades through several portals. Yeah. And they've found various different portals in various different places in ancient Greece that was considered to be the portals to Hades, the places where people went to go to Hades and what have you. But as a result of that, with the fact that there was an entire like mythos, an entire religious understanding that Hades was a place and people could return from Hades, it was like one of the first civilizations to have documented fears of people coming back. And archaeologists themselves, according to this article, have actually unearthed many ancient graves, like ancient Greek graves, where it actually contained skeletons that were pinned down by rocks and other heavy objects and other devices and stuff in order to prevent dead bodies from reanimating and coming back from Hades and what have you. However, the zombie folklore, the zombie very specifically reanimated dead shambling corpses with no soul of their own, etc., has been around for centuries in Haiti. They say that it's possibly originating in the 17th century when West African slaves were brought into work on Haiti's sugar cane plantations. Brutal conditions left the slaves longing for freedom, and according to some reports, the life, or rather the afterlife, of a zombie represented the horrific plight of slavery. Okay? Now, we are definitely going to go into zombies, voodoo, rituals, and stuff. And I also am very, very well aware that there are some very strong ties with the spread of voodoo and the understanding of zombification with ties with slavery and what have you, okay? I have to say, as a cisgendered white man, I feel very uncomfortable talking about the struggles of the black people of the time, the struggles of the mass slave, the mass African slavery trade, but I understand in order to talk about this subject, we are going to have to talk about that stuff. So this is kind of like my trigger warning to everyone that we will be talking about slavery, or we're very likely to talk about slavery, that we are likely to talk about historical prejudices, historical blatant racism, probably, well, first of all, dehumanization of an entire populace of people, and also what's the word I'm looking for? The struggles of a people that are not my own. So I hope that I will do my absolute best to treat this subject with the respect that it deserves, and I hope that I am not misconstruing anything as we go through this exploration. Okay? So I just want to preface everything here, because I do not feel that I am the right person to talk about the struggles of slavery by any stretch of the imagination, but I am aware that we will be touching base on this, and I just want to make sure that everyone is on the same page as we talk about this, because I think it's really important to treat these historical events with the respect that they deserve, and I don't want to be talking about the struggles of black people without recognizing the fact that I'm a fucking cisgendered white man. Do you know what I mean? I have so much white privilege, it is leaking out of my ears. Do you know? So, recognizing all of those facts, okay? Yeah, let me catch up with chat a little bit to settle me little shoulders down. Do you know what I mean? Best ass 80s. That doggy was coked out pit bull. Yeah, right. Had to be re-socialized. Relatable. Amazing. What's the best name for voodoo related item? The Poppet. I liked there's an awful lot of things, and I watched a program on because for the people that don't know, like a lot of the Mythical Mondays was inspired by a TV series that Anthony Stewart Head did many moons in like the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Anthony Stewart Head played Giles in Buffy, and he did a supernatural series where he looked at some of the origin stories and stuff, and they did go and look at a lot of the voodoo origins of zombies and talked about that, and it was really, really interesting. So a lot of this is inspired by him, but and that series more specifically. But yeah, they talked about all the like the rituals that were done, the beliefs, the difference between white voodoo practices and black voodoo practices, and I mean that in like white magic and black magic. I don't mean that in regards to white people performing voodoo, although I do believe that there are voodoo priests of and priestesses, etc., of every race in Africa itself. What if you were a white man that those slaves were hoping would give them a voice, though? You would be the hero that Gotham deserves. I think it's not that I am against talking about difficult subjects, Rothelion. It's not about that. I think for me, it's more about respecting the fact that I am, like, I don't want to speak for a populace of people. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to speak on behalf of black people any more than I want to speak on behalf of trans people and what have you. My view of it all is very much I will repeat their words, and I will repeat their words with the privilege that I already had, so that they actually get heard, with the privilege that I already have, so that they get heard. But I don't want to speak for them. I will stand beside them, and I will stand behind them to support them in their plights, but I will not stand in front of them and say what I think they want said. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. How's it going, Mizuki? How you doing? Pleased me so much to see you back. All the fellow beings in the shadows. Yeah, we're doing very, very well. We're deep diving zombies at the moment. We're deep diving zombies, you know. Stand with them and by them, but it's their voice that needs to be heard 100%. 100%. You know? Sounds like some serious stuff. It certainly is. Certainly is. We talk about some serious stuff on this channel. We do. As much as 90% of it's all shits and giggles, we do talk about some serious stuff. And I think it's important to recognize that, you know? I think it's important to recognize that. Voodoo is an interesting one, mixture of Catholicism and varied African religions, religious beliefs. Quite interesting when looking at it from an anthropological even and societal view. The interweaving of different beliefs always makes for an interesting bit of study. Yeah, and because it's wild to me. Like some of the things I watched a program on, there was a sex education program that was on Netflix where an American news anchor, an American news presenter went around different cultures to discover their like those different cultures' relationship with sex and stuff like that. And it was really, really interesting how prevalent Christianity is across large swathes of Africa, and how condemned the traditional beliefs of the African people are across large swathes of Africa as well. A lot of the voodoo practices and stuff are still very much well practiced, but then there seems to be this massive divide between Christians and like the voodoo practices and the hypocrisy within Christianity over there as well. There's an awful lot of, you must, no sex before marriage, you will never do any of these things, and then men going and getting various different girlfriends, because that's just the way it is, you know? And it's just like, no, it doesn't have to be that way, you know? It's important to take into account how colonization necessitates the vilification of all aspects of folklore and culture that are being colonized. The negative associations of voodoo are what have survived because this is what suited Christian worldview for real. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. I mean, look at it. If you look at it from... I mean, we could talk about the colonization. We could talk about not only the colonization, but like religious conquests and religious invasions and religious, what's the word I'm looking for, crusades, you know. You can go all into all of these things because it is the villainization of people's beliefs comes from who wins the battle effectively. The history is written by the victors, you know. Often kept clandestine, ceremonies are usually known by word of mouth. Yeah. It's really interesting though, you know. How's it going, Tommy? How you doing? Which would you prefer? How you doing? Yeah, doing all right. Other than the fact that my computer died for 2 weeks, I'm doing okay. Thank you very much. I'm doing all right. Right, we're deep diving zombies, you know. So it says here that voodoo is a religion based in West Africa and practiced throughout Haiti and the Caribbean, Brazil, the American South, and other places with African heritage. And many people who follow the voodoo religion today believe that zombies are myths, but some believe that zombies are people revived by a voodoo practitioner known as a bokor, which is Bokor. They have a tradition of using herbs, shells, fish, animal parts, bones, and other objects to create concoctions, including zombie powders, which contain tetrodotoxin, a deadly neurotoxin found in pufferfish and some other marine species. I remember there being a study on, I don't know whether you can really call it a study, a theory that was that these a lot of rumors of zombification within voodoo, a lot of rumors of voodoo zombification where you would have these priests practicing malicious rituals using certain concoctions that were highly poisonous to create a zombification effect, an effect of people walking around very out of their own mind, being very, very aggressive. And you can actually see it a lot in some of the drugs that are taking storm in America at the moment. You've got people like running head first. This is just drugs, not any kind of ritual and stuff like that, but people like running headfirst into buses, and like it's genuinely terrifying, and it's purely down to the fact that these people get so fucked on these drugs that their cognitive thought goes out of the window and they end up being zombie-like, you know. And like say the tetrodotoxin is one of those things that really brings out those characteristics in a person. Though, like I said, it normally kills people by the end of it because of how deadly these drugs are and the effects of these drugs are, that people think, oh, they must have been a reanimated corpse. They can't have been an actual, they can't have been a person of their right mind, because that person would never do that. And it's like, no, it's not that, it's the fact that the drugs have had that effect on them, you know. Sangoma is the name given to the class of wise folks and healers from South Africa. The pufferfish toxin paralyzes you and stops you breathing, but low doses can put you into a catatonic state. Yeah. Then they were buried where it cause you low oxygen and brain damage. Yeah. And dug you up the next day with the brain damage, to be used in slavery often. There's some interesting black and white photos of folks who had apparently gone through this procedure. So this was a practice, you're saying, that was used within the slave trade, Real W, where people would get buried to a point where oxygen deprivation would cause them to have brain damage and exhibit zombie-like characteristics. Do you know what that practice was called, so that we could look it up? Because that sounds fascinating. Awful, absolutely fucking horrific, but like fascinating from a historical let's look at zombies kind of thing, you know. In fact, it literally goes on. This article goes on to say, use carefully at sublethal doses. The tetrodotoxin combination may cause zombie-like symptoms such as difficulty walking, mental confusion, and respiratory problems. High doses can lead to paralysis and coma that could cause someone to appear dead and be buried alive and then later revived. So that's a lot of it comes down to that side of things. I did have another resource here that I just wanted to pull up while I'm talking about it, you know. 1 second to get my books. Thank you very much, Real W. I really appreciate it. How's it going, Unicorn Mom? Welcome back.
Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful bean. I really appreciate it. Welcome to Mythical Mondays, where we deep dive the wonders of the origin stories of folklores. The origin stories of the folklores. Where is my list? There we go. It is important to say, though, that from what I understand, we're of the voodoo zombies themselves, and this is the idea of reanimated corpses. The zombies originally in the original, or as I understand it, in the original voodoo practices, and we talked there about the ancient Greeks fearing the undead. None of them were flesh-eating creatures. A zombie within voodoo practices, if I remember correctly, is a reanimated corpse that is literally there for the bidding of the necromancer. So it is here they have been reanimated, or as the belief goes, as the myth goes, the corpse is reanimated by the Bacor, in order to do a specific task. Go forth and harm somebody. Go forth and cause a struggle within a family, or purely as a response to, like, if a family have fallen out of favor with the Bacor, for example, they would take one of their family members and turn them into a zombie in order to cause a negative experience for that family as a sort of a form of punishment. However, they weren't flesh eating. They weren't bite a zombie and suddenly there's more and more zombies and happening. That was kind of like a bleed over from what that whole dynamic of vampirism as well. There kind of is like a crossover of the vampirism and zombies in the regards that they're both reanimated corpses, they're both undead, and then it's that whole thing of somebody gets bitten, they become a zombie. That was originally, as if I remember correctly, that was originally a vampire thing that bled over into the zombie myth. The vampire thing was if you get bitten by a vampire, you have a chance of becoming a vampire. Then suddenly the zombies start doing it, and it's like, oh yeah, the undead. You get bitten by the undead, you become the undead. And it's like, no, that was certainly not where the origins, as I understand it, came from, because they were reanimated servants of necromancers, or Bacor, as or Boka. I'm not sure whether the pronunciation is Bacor or Boka. Bokor. There are, however, certain medical reports, or real zombies reported in medical journals. It says, though it is rare, there are several credible reports in medical journals of people using compounds to induce paralysis in people, then revive them from the grave. So give them the perception of having been dead and in a corpse-like state, and then actually revive them from the grave. It says here, a 1997 article in the British medical journal, The Lancet, described 3 verifiable accounts of zombies.
Most kind.
Holy shit, that's a long time.
It certainly is, Smurfy. I'll get on to the 1997 article momentarily. Smurfy, I shall now inscribe your name on the mirror vein. How's it going, Pyre? Seems to remember they all got mixed in time. Zombies, werewolves. Yes, very much so. Very, very much so. Across the 17th century, so the 1600s, when all the international travel became a lot more popular, especially across European countries, and then obviously going into the Americas and stuff like that. There was a lot of cultures like mixing together, and that's where a lot of these myths became blurry. Shall we say the edges of the myths became blurry, because like and we also have to remember that the way to deal with them was always a Christian way to deal with them. Okay? And I'll talk about that in a second. Smurfy! Your name is now inscribed upon the mirror vein, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror, go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know? Not sure how Bakor is pronounced, but one way sounds like a chicken. Really, cut and run? Really? Dad jokes here? Dad jokes here, you cheeky shit. God damn it. Right, where was I? So it says here in a 1997 article, a British medical journal, The Lancet, described 3 verifiable accounts of zombies. In one case, a Haitian woman, I don't know how to, the people from Haiti, Haitian? A Haitian? Haitian woman? Haitian? That sounds about right. A Haitian woman who appears to be dead was buried in a family tomb only to reappear 3 years later. An investigation revealed that her tomb was filled with stones and her parents agreed to admit her to a local hospital. What? Excuse me? Haitian? Haitian. Haitian. Okay. Haitian. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you very much, friends. 1997 Haitian woman raised from grave. Zombie. A woman who died.
You followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful being. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I really appreciate it. I don't like to call people out just in case they're lurking, but you're very welcome in here, beautiful being. A wild study published in 1997, researchers investigated 3 such cases using electroencephalography and DNA testing techniques to try and find a rational explanation for the apparent walking corpses. The first of these involved a woman who had died at 30 years of age, only to be spotted 3 years later by a family member who recognized her thanks to a distinctive facial mark. A local court then authorized the opening of the woman's grave, revealing it to be full of rocks. Sounds like she faked her death more than anything else. If it was full of rocks, it would weigh as much as she did. Yeah, that sounds like it. That sounds like somebody faked their death. But interesting. Describing the zombie, study authors explained that she kept her head. This is a quotation. She kept her head in a lower position and walked extremely slowly and stiffly, barely moving her arms. She was also unable to communicate, but would occasionally murmur some incomprehensible but stereotyped words. Despite the woman's apparent zombification, the researchers revealed that her electroencephalogram and central nervous system examination were unremarkable. Based on their assessments of her condition, the author offers a presumptive diagnosis of catatonic schizophrenia, but can't explain how she came back from the dead. Proposing a speculative solution, they explained that the woman might not have died at all, but may instead have been poisoned by a neuromuscular toxin, possibly administered by a nefarious Bakor, or Bocker, in order to induce catalepsy and trick relatives into thinking she was dead. The guilty sorcerer could then have retrieved the buried body shortly before the woman regained consciousness, while lack of oxygen within the grave may have resulted in brain damage, thus explaining her zombie-like state. Well, shit. Well, shit. That's okay. Okie pokey, friends. that's where it all starts, you know? Oh, what was the link there, Real W? Ooh. This looks very interesting. Another well-documented case, a Haitian man named Clavius Narcisse entered a local hospital with severe respiratory problems in 1962. After he slipped into a coma, Narcisse was declared dead and buried shortly thereafter. But 18 years later, a man walked up to Angelina Narcisse, or Narcy maybe, in a village marketplace, insisting that she was his sister. Doctors, townspeople, and family members all identified him as Clavius Narcy, who claimed to have been buried alive, then dug up and put to work on a distant sugar plantation. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. It's a Harvard Magazine link. Cool. I've opened it up. Is there anything specific in here that you wanted me to look at, Real W? Because this is cool. I love this. I love the fact that we're deep diving this shit. It's cool. Okay, so moving on. So this is ifuckinglovescience.com. Moving on, the study author describes a 26-year-old man who was seen at a local cockfight 19 months after being buried. The man's uncle was subsequently found guilty of using sorcery to zombify the man, who was then kept chained to a log in his parents' house. Wow. Once again, clinical examination returned no supernatural findings, and the man was diagnosed with organic brain syndrome and epilepsy. More importantly, DNA testing revealed that he was not the man who had died shortly beforehand, significantly weakening his claim to zombiehood. And in similar case, a 31-year-old woman who was identified as a villager who had been dead for 13 years. Once again, however, the medical examination revealed that she was very much still human, while genetic analysis showed that she was not the deceased individual after all. Okay, so within 1993, the three claims... 1997, the three claims only was actually one person that was quite... Well, one situation that was quite suspect, and the other two turned out to not be the same person at all. Mistaken identification. Yeah. So considering the latter two examples together, the study authors concluded that mistaken identification of a wandering mentally ill stranger by bereaved relatives is the most likely explanation. Okay, so of the three, two were proved to definitely not be zombification, whereas one was actually had like origins of a potential Bokor or Boka. I'm not entirely sure. How to like actual actual history of a potential interaction with a nefarious Boka. The Secrets of Haiti's Living Dead. Ooh. Let's pull this over here. Let me have a quick look at this first, which is a slightly different one. The English word zombie was first recorded in 1819 in A History of Brazil by the poet Robert Southey, in the form of zombie without the E at the end, so Zombi, actually referring to the Afro-Brazilian rebel leader named Zumbi, and the etymology of the name in Nzambi. The Oxford Dictionary gives the origin of the word as Central African and compares it to the Congo word Nzambi, god, and Zumbi, fetish. A Kimbundu to Portuguese dictionary from 1903 defines the related Zumbi as a soul, while later the Kimbundu Portuguese dictionary defines it as a spirit that is supposed to wander the earth to torment the living. Yeah, because there's a crossover with the terminology of ghoul as well, which is a very similar understanding. And let me catch up with Chow a bit because I am way behind. I'm going from what I remember from QI series. H, I think, is Hoodoo, the region in Africa. Voodoo is just the magic part started in southern states in the USA. Oh, interesting. Although saying that, QI has definitely been wrong before. And they openly admit that they've been wrong before. An investigation revealed ad. No, Pyre. No. Fucking ad. I didn't realize. Why is there an advert now? I'm so confused. Because the adverts should not be... The adverts should run half an hour into stream and then every hour after that. First ad delay. What the actual fuck? While I have been away, Twitch has changed some shit. And now I can't... Now it's telling me that I have... My first ad plays half an hour into stream. And then it's telling me my ad length and frequency is 2.5 minutes of ads every 50 minutes. Why? Why is it not 3 minutes of ads every hour? Like I set it to be. And the only way I can change my ads is if I go up to 4 minutes of adverts every hour. Fuck that. What the actual fuck? Why have you done this, Twitch? What a bunch of syphilitic piss flaps. Fucked me right off. I'm so fucking careful. I'm so careful about how I run my ads. I want them to be as least disruptive as possible whilst also providing me with some kind of income, all right? My guess is money. Yeah, but they gave us fucking options. When I ran 2 minutes of adverts, they were like, yeah, by the way, you can run 2 minutes of adverts and it'll be half an hour into stream and then every hour after that. Now it's my ad incentive program. The ad incentive program is I have to run, in order to get 55% of ad revenue, I have to run 3 minutes of adverts every hour. That's what I have to run. Okay? But instead of that, they have changed it. So it was half an hour into stream, 3 minutes of adverts. An hour and a half into stream, 3 minutes of adverts. An hour and a half, like 2.5 hours into stream, 3 minutes of adverts. And that way I would be perfectly fine because I could literally have a break or do something different every single hour, and it would break up whatever gameplay we were doing. We would break up whatever conversation we were having, talking about these things. It would break it up really, really nicely into nice little hour-long segments. Do you know what I mean? It'd be perfect. It'd be really, really good. And now I go on and I find that it's running 2.5 minutes of adverts every 50 minutes. Why? That's not what I agreed to. That is not what I accepted. And the only way that I can change it, the only way I'm allowed to change it, is if I accept 4 minutes of adverts instead of 3. They're such bastards with this shit. It makes me very angry. It makes me very angry that they can't just fucking stick to what is originally agreed. Fuck my life. Where was I? What was I even fucking talking about? Oh yeah. Ooh. So there's different types of zombie. According to the Wikipedia on zombies, there are different types of zombies. There's the incorporeal type of zombie, which is known as the zombie astral, which is a part of the, which is a little part of the human soul. The Bokor can capture a zombie astral and enhance his spiritual power by infusing it into things. Into a decorated bottle to bring luck, healing, business success. It's believed that God eventually will reclaim the zombie's soul, but the zombie is a temporary spiritual entity. So there's different types of zombification then, or there's different types of zombie as per the voodoo rituals. There's grabbing a part of somebody's soul and infusing it into something to create a magical effect, bringing luck, healing, or business success. And then there's and then the two types of zombie reflect soul dualism. Okay. Zombie belief has its roots in traditions brought to you by Haiti by enslaved Africans, and their subsequent experience is in the New World. It was thought that voodoo deity, it was thought that the voodoo deity Baron Samedi would gather them from their grave.
Donating. Oh, you cheeky devil.
Carter is being far too kind. Confound them.
Carter! What is this? Thank you so much. Take my money, Twitch can fuck off. I appreciate that, you beautiful being. Thank you so much. People throw some egos in chat. Say a massive thank you to Carter for that donor there. And all for Stupedia for earlier. I didn't do the egos earlier, so thank you very much, Stupedia, as well. Carter, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. It was thought that the voodoo deity Baron Samedi, I didn't realize that Baron Samedi was actually a deity. That's interesting. I wasn't aware of that. Would gather them from their grave to bring them to the heavenly afterlife in Africa, specifically in Guinea, apparently, unless they had offended him in some way. In which case, they would forever be a slave after death as a zombie. The zombie would also be saved by feeding them salt. Interesting. Slave drive. It says here, according to the Wikipedia, that slave drivers on plantations, who are usually slaves themselves and sometimes voodoo priests, used the fear of zombification to discourage slaves from committing suicide. So they would actually, as voodoo priests themselves, they would scare the other slaves into not killing themselves by saying that if you kill yourself, you will be brought back as a zombie, where your body and your soul will be trapped to continue being a slave. That's awful. That is awful. That's such a fucked up thing to do. How's it going, Apakalunju? How you doing? The salt thing. I knew that there was something about giving, because salt is considered like a purification thing, because a lot of old, very, very old medicine, salt was seen as a purification, a tool of purification. And the reason why is because he used it a lot in meats and medicine to suck out moisture, basically, to dehydrate things and preserve things very specifically. So it was like one of the reasons why salt is seen as this supernatural combatter. Also, thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful bean. I really appreciate that. Who did that? Damn it, Calandra, you cheeky devil. Yeah, salt is seen as a purification thing because it was used a lot in medicine and what have you. And it was also very hard to make originally. Like, salt was a hard thing to come by, so it wasn't an easy thing to get a hold of, and therefore that added to its value. But it's in exactly the same ways. Excuse me. In exactly the same ways. How's it going, Finley? The silver was seen as a pure metal. The reason why werewolves and vampires were able to be killed by silver was because silver was such a rare metal that it was seen as a pure metal, and therefore being hit with it, being stabbed by it, being pierced by it, being shot by it was a way to the way that the early Christian beliefs was that it's such a pure metal gifted by God that any kind of impure creature like a werewolf, like a vampire, would succumb to the purity of the metal, you know? In Japan, salt is used prior to a sumo match to purify the ring. Yes, yeah. So it's used a lot in a lot of religious beliefs and religious ritual as well, in order to purify an area. Purify thing. It's the same reason that people use like sage and stuff like that as well, in order to purify a place. You know what I mean? It's also very non-reactive, so it doesn't regrow, therefore partially divine. Yeah, similar to gold, but gold was far too expensive. Like, when it came down to it, it's like, oh, you can use silver to kill these things. Like, oh, can we use gold? And it's like, you could use gold, but would you want to? Because gold is like 5 times the price, especially back in fucking medieval times. Gold is like 5 times the price of silver, you know? So all of the rumors came about silver because it was much easier to use, much easier to craft into something that would be more viable as a weapon, you know? When you call someone salty, you're just saying they're pure. I think it's slightly different in this day and age, you know, but pure metal. Metal! Yeah, very much so. Is that why ghosts don't like salt in Supernatural? Yes. Yeah. Ghosts, salt has always been used, and maybe this is something that we could do as a deep dive in, like, after we've done these. So maybe we finish the series, the Mythical Mondays series, with a supernatural hunter deep dive, and look at the tools that like exorcists use, and the voodoo priests that are, they did it say what it was, and I can't remember what the voodoo priests that are not Bokor. I can't remember what they're called. If I come across it again. But yeah, what they use to combat negative spirits and supernatural creatures and stuff. Because it is interesting. It is interesting to know, like, obviously when it comes down to like the witches and witch trials and stuff like that, that was just evil people torturing women. But yeah, it would be interesting to see, like you say, the salt in the mouth. Salt is a very powerful. Salt is a very powerful one. Salt was believed to be extremely powerful for purification, because of the fact that it was used to purify things within medicine, within food, etc. You know. If I recall correctly, that gold was thought gold was sunlight, caught in the water, finding nuggets in the river as a tangent. Empire, actually, the vast majority of ancient cultures that I am aware of perceived gold as somehow captured sunlight. I know the ancient Egyptians, for example. The Egyptians had a lot of gold within their culture because of the fact that it represented the sun god. I know it was the same for, like you say, the Irish and the ancient Greeks as well, where they was Apollo. No, Apollo's the... Was Apollo the Greek one? Or was Apollo the Roman butchering of it? But yeah, it's very, very pure metal, and it reflects beautifully and is golden like the sun. So yeah, I can see how that is. Both. I thought it was one iteration for the Greeks and one iteration for the thefted Romans. Just kept the name. Oh, right. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I was about to say Helios was one of them. Anyway, yeah, you get the iteration there. But yeah, so we can have a look at that. We could certainly have a look at that. Apollo is Greek. Probably some ancient humanoid saw an animal mummified and preserved in salt. On a salt flat, realized that salt just drives and preserves meat. Just go from there. If it stops rot, it must be a purifying agent. Makes sense, do you know what I mean? The Womans! Exactly, right? The Womans! Staff aureus is yellowish. Okay. What did I miss? Have I missed the Witch's Mythical Monday? No, you haven't missed the Witch's Mythical Monday. Because of the fact that I haven't had a PC for 2 weeks, we missed last week's and we missed the week before. So I will be doing them, but I'll do them after Halloween. Originally, the plan was we were going to do it in the lead up to Halloween. So it'd be every Monday in October leading up to Halloween. But because my computer decided to die, love you, don't die on me now. Because how did my PC die? There was a short and it burnt through the motherboard. And then I got a new motherboard and that motherboard was faulty. And then I got a third motherboard and that motherboard I thought was faulty, but it turns out I just hadn't set my CPU correctly. But needless to say, it was a fucking roller coaster of a time. And it's ended up in me getting a brand new PSU. I've got a brand new power supply unit and I've got a brand new motherboard. And a massive thank you to all those people that contributed and donated in order to get me that information. And a massive thank you to Max Wattage and Sembar Flay, who helped me, especially Sembar Flay, who literally spent hours and hours and hours on a Discord call to me to get me to set it all up. And to Max for pointing out little things and just being like, be aware of these things that could happen. Asking me about the technology that I had in there and stuff. I really appreciate it, friends. I really, really do. But yeah, we're back up and running. That's the most important thing. But yeah, so we've missed witches and werewolves. So what I'm gonna do, in fact, I believe if you go into the Discord, in the announcement section, the first post in the announcement section is actually all of the. Yeah, I have updated this. So today we're doing zombies. Then the October the 26th, we have the art competition, the channel art competition, where people from this community have submitted art, and we will go through all their wonderful art stuff. So I really appreciate that, friends. 27th, I have my Halloween night, Devil's Night. On the 29th, we have got the movie double bill in the Discord, which we're going to be watching The Corpse Bride, and then we're going to be watching Interview with the Vampire. The movie, not the series. 30th, we're doing Mythical Mondays looking at mummies, and more specifically, The Curse of the Mummy, which Eris Ptolemy's helping me out with. The October the 31st, we have got our Halloween party, our Halloween stream. Then we're just gonna continue on with the Mythical Mondays till we do them. So we'll do Monday the 6th of November, we'll do witches, and Monday the 13th of November, we'll do werewolves. And then we might, if people want more of it, if people are interested and people like what we're doing and people are enjoying themselves, if people want more of it, then we'll look at doing another one. Maybe continuing the entire series. Maybe we'll look at doing one per month. So in November, we could look at doing the combating, we could do like, what's it called? I suppose Supernatural Hunter, where we look at the ways that people combated these creatures. And then, naturally, if we're going to do one per month, do you know what? I'll just put it out there. Just put it out there. I'll put it out to all of you that are here now. Start poll. Do we do a Mythical Monday stream every month? Where we can look into different myths and stuff like that. We could do. I find mythology quite fascinating. We could do a few of them. If we were going to do one in December, we'd probably do Krampus. It makes sense. Makes sense to do a Krampus one, you know what I mean? Kris Kringle, Krampus, Elves, Abominable Snowman. We could certainly look at Krampus. I wouldn't want to like do it all the way through December. But we could definitely do one per month, I would imagine, you know. Where was I? Oh yeah, we were talking about the fucking slave drivers using voodoo zombification as a way of stopping slaves from killing themselves, which is horrific. Oh, the first reported zombies. So the Haitian zombie phenomenon first attracted widespread international attention during the United States occupations of Haiti in 1915 to 1934, when a number of case histories purported zombies began to emerge. The first popular book covering it was William Seabrook's The Magic Island, 1929. Cited article 246 of the Haitian Criminal Code, which passed in 1864, asserting it was officially recognized as... Oh my god, there was actually a legal recognition of zombies in Haiti. Or Haiti? Haiti? Have I just been pronouncing it wrong all this time? We're not a branch of myths in Welsh branch of Celtic mythos. Some of them very spooky. I mean, most myths are spooky because it's a lack of understanding. Do you know what I mean? You attract widespread coverage only with your arsehole. Biohazard. How's it going? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? It's a magical place. I mean, yeah, a lot of the Celtic folklore. I mean, most places, if you go far back enough, they are. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so according, I mean, I'm literally reading this article now. This is, I say article, it's the Wikipedia thing, and all of the voodoo, all of the voodoo zombies were reanimated dead to do slave labor, effectively. Good buddy, yeah, I'm so glad that I am back on the internet, Biohazard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it is such a relief to be back. Such a relief to be back. But yeah, doing all right, doing okay. Did it wrong. Too sick to remember time. That's all right, that's okay. But at least you are. Yeah, exactly. I'm back. I'm really glad. I know that you're not glad that I'm back, but that's all right, Biohazard. I understand. In fact, to be honest with you, part of the reason why I came back to the internet is out for your scorn. In order to embrace your scorn. I just can't help myself. Do you know what I mean? Gotta have one supporter, I guess, right? Right, I just want to check. On when zombies... But do you know what? Fuck it. Let's do a Google search. Modern archetype evolution. Maybe it'll have it in here. Yeah. So the modern iteration is obviously influenced by the original Magic Island. Richard Matheson, H.P. Lovecraft, obviously Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, yeah. Okay, fuck it. I'm not going to keep searching. I'm just going to look straight in. When did zombies start eating people? Yay, 100% yay. All right, cool. We will do one per month then. We'll do a Mythical Monday per month. Well, obviously we're doing a couple of extras in November. December we'll do Krampus, and then I'll worry about then I'll worry about what we're doing in January later, you know? What is this? This is very interesting. Okay, hold on. Going back. Cool. So, I'm trying to find out when zombies went from being mindless corpses that were the slaves of the necromancer, the Bakor that raised them, to eating people, to snaffling on human flesh. So obviously there's George Romero's Night of the Living Dead in 1968, which is the first. This is a terrible article. Why did you give me this article? That is not. Okay, there we go. So here's an answer from Quora. Zombies didn't start out eating much of anything. Zombies are voodoo mythology, as portrayed in the movie White Zombie, 1932. The zombie is really just a drugged slave. A voodoo priest claims the slave is a dead body resurrected by magic. The cannibal zombie started with Night of the Living Dead in 1968 and is never called a zombie. Director George Romero has maxed out his credit financing the movie. He had no money for special effects. He wanted aliens to menace the heroes, but with no budget, he made the recently deceased rise up instead. Their appetite for humans is a cheap, gross-out horror achieved with butcher shop entrails. The film was a cult favorite that didn't really catch the public's attention, although they were increasingly aware of it due to late-night reruns, Halloween showings, and Saturday afternoon horror movie hosts. The creatures on the 1974 Night Stalker episode Zombie is a corpse reanimated by magic and kills criminals to avenge its own murder. So, Night of the Living Dead was the first actual iteration of the undead eating people, according to this answer. And the concept of zombies eating, but they were never called zombies. They were, I think, if I remember, they were originally referred to as ghouls. The internet is for scorn. It certainly fucking is. Certainly fucking is. Alpaca Lunch, you come here, cheeky devil. Come here, you. What do you like claiming cheeky kisses, you cheeky devil, you? First Monday or what? I will let you know, Growing Dragon. I'd need to sit down and work out my entire diary, but I'll let you know. What I do is I put in the announcement section of the Discord, I actually have the entire schedule of any like special streams that we're doing. So if you are in the Discord, it is there, but I'll talk about it in advance anyway, you know. George Romero, yeah. I was thinking, considering it was on. I meant, you actually ate a pot noodle earlier? My God. We're not using the Z word. Night Stalker was an awesome TV show, really. No worries. With more typing out loud to myself. That is perfectly fine. I will make sure everyone knows about it though. Don't you fret. Don't you fret. So yeah, it seems that like the original iterations of zombie were like there's every culture seems to have a view of the reanimated dead, including the Bible. I mean, you've got Jesus for starters, but you've got a variety of iterations within the Bible itself where there's a guy that falls into bones, if I remember correctly. Book of Ezekiel, yeah, where Ezekiel is dropped into a boneyard and the bones start to shake, come covered in muscle until they reanimate. And there is no breath in them. There's a couple of others as well, but Lazarus isn't a zombie. Lazarus is an immortal. If I remember correctly, the thing of Lazarus is he never actually died. Did Lazarus raise from the dead? Did he? Lazarus before Jesus? I mean, there was Jesus, but I didn't think Lazarus actually died. I thought he just continued living. Either way. The thing about, yeah, so every like religion, realistically speaking, has its view, especially ancient religions, has its view of people coming back from death, because the veil to the underworld was actually very thin, which is the reason why you have so much mythos around undead creatures, you know? Is Jesus a zombie? Technically speaking, yes. If you're referring to a zombie as a reanimated corpse, yeah. Jesus died and he raised from the dead. Zombie. By technicality, yes. The most prolific understandings of what we understand today to be a zombie comes from voodoo rituals, which was where the Bokor or Boka, I'm not entirely sure of the pronunciation, actually created concoctions, gave to people to give them zombie-like traits, and as Real W brought in earlier, the people getting buried alive in order to deprive them of oxygen to the point where they actually got brain damage. To the point where there are actually, like they said earlier, in 1997, there was at least one case of genuine zombie in the regards that there were voodoo links, malicious voodoo links in there. Because voodoo is not just an evil practice. Voodoo is a religious belief. How's it going, Oren? How you doing? He didn't physically rise from the dead. It was a spiritual thing. He did physically rise from the dead. If you look into it, Oren, you see that they moved the when Jesus was buried in the tomb, a giant stone was placed in front of the entrance, and then 3 days later, the stone was removed from the entrance, and there was no body inside. He rose from the dead. If it was just a spiritual thing, his body would still be there. In perfect way, like saints, because saints' bodies don't rot and stuff like that. One of the signs of becoming a saint is your body doesn't decompose. But yeah, like his body technically correct is the best sort of correct. Yeah, technically speaking, you know, that was his ghostly spirits wiggling its way through. Ah, right, okay, you know, what happened to his body then? His body went from being physical into just being spiritual, floated around a bit. You know, Lazarus dead for more than 4 days when Jesus raised him. Oh, really? That's interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot that he died. Yeah, I remember that Jesus rose somebody from the dead. I forgot it was Lazarus. Lazarus. He's a zombie necromancer. Need to read the Bible again. It's a different... I tell you what, it reads in a different light when you read it from that point of view, Nibirin. You read it from that point of view, it reads in a real different light. Anyway, before I have the entire Bible Belt attacking me, Poxy little fucking fruit fly in here somewhere. Little bastard. Anyway, so zombie, like there are a variety of different cultures, ancient cultures specifically, that believed that people could come back from the dead. The ancient Greeks used to bury their dead with rocks and other contraptions over them to keep them in the grave, even if they did come back from the dead. Because the veil between life and death was two-way. The door between life and death was a two-way door that people could come back from, and a lot of mythology backs that up. A lot of belief within their religious systems backed up the idea that people could come back from the dead. Then you have the zombies, which were far more, as we understand them today, the shambling corpse that would go around doing the bidding, which is the important differentiation of the voodoo rituals, where Bokka, the evil, malicious priests of the Zudu, or as somebody mentioned earlier, potential hoodoo religion, which was, as somebody mentioned earlier, they said that hoodoo was the African religion, whereas voodoo was what evolved from that when it came over to America, which is very, very interesting. I don't know that. I've not heard that before, but I know that there are people do use both of them, hoodoo and voodoo, both terminologies. And if that explains it, that's really interesting. But the major differentiation between what we understand to be zombies today and what we understood to be zombies, what they understood to be zombies in the late 1800s, early 1900s, was the fact that voodoo zombies are reanimated corpses that are brought back specifically for the bidding or at the bidding of a Bokka. And they would do the bidding of the Bokka. They didn't eat corpses, eat flesh, and what have you. What we understand to be zombies these days, as in the shambling hordes that are virus spreading or fungus spreading or any of that stuff, are actually far more down from movies by the looks of things. It was actually Night of the Living Dead where they became reanimated corpses that just started biting people and eating human beings. They never actually called them zombies. They referred to them, well, they were far more like ghoul creatures, which is, a ghoul is, we can look at ghouls at some other time as well, but a ghoul, from my understanding, is far more like the vampire creature, but more hideous. Like a ghoul is a vampiric style creature that would go around feeding on like cannibals, undead cannibals, prolonging their own undead life by eating the flesh of the living. But that is an entirely different deep dive at some stage. So yeah, movies, Night of the Living Dead iterated ghouls. People didn't understand ghouls quite so much as they understood zombies, and therefore it went very quickly from, oh, these animated dead are obviously zombies. Zombies are shambling corpses that if you get bitten by one of them, you instant become a zombie. And the movie franchise has completely made that up. So our understanding of zombies in this day and age as shambling corpses, whether by virus, by fungus, or by magic, shambling corpses that go around eating other human beings and biting and feasting and spreading the disease of zombieism, is like less than 100 years old. It's like the actual belief there is less than 100 years old. I thought it was older than that because I thought there was complications and iterations and crossovers with, like I say, ghouls and vampirism and stuff like that. But it's not. It turns out, it's not. It's actually a device invented by movies, or more to the point, accidentally invented by movies and perpetrated therein. You know. Fucking interesting. This has been a really interesting deep dive. As if it's the first time the Bible Belt has come for you, might even forego the pitchforks this time. This is very, very true. Do you know what I mean? They bite at least. I would like to think they're not reanimated corpses, Talamir, but yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. You know, But yeah, friends, that's been really interesting. That has been a genuinely fascinating. I have been like, zombies is the one thing that I didn't really know much about because I'd never felt the need to know about them, if that makes sense. Like, I was just like, okay, it's a shambling corpse. There's nothing mystical about that to me. Do you know what I mean? Vampire, there's entire mythos as to why they exist, why they are here, who have they offended, all these bits and pieces. Werewolves, again, massive things. How did the werewolf come about? What is this part man, part wolf thing? Blah, 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 blah. Witches, like obviously the trials of the witches, but this integration with them and the devil and what have you, the pagan beliefs mixed in with Christian hatred and stuff like that. Whereas zombies, I was like, oh, okay. So zombies was the one thing that I probably knew the least about. And then we've deep dived it and I'm like, fucking hell, this is actually far more interesting. Far more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Like, genuinely far more interesting than I thought it was going to be, you know what I mean? Don't forget about streaming, you know very little about that. Maybe even less. I know more about zombies than I know about streaming. And I've been doing streaming for 5 years now. Oh my God. Oh my lordy. But yeah, thank you very much for sticking with me through that, friends. I really enjoyed that. I genuinely really enjoyed that little deep dive onto zombies there. Next week we will be deep diving The Curse of the Mummy. So we're not going to be looking at ancient Egyptian mummification too much, but I want to look at the view of where the horror story of the mummy came from. And like where that whole idea actually delved into, like where the view of like because there was a fascination that the British had with the ancient Egyptians with all of our colonization, or as I call it, invasion and plundering, like the way that we went round. Oh, there's an advert. Fuck. I'll talk about stuff that's coming up. While we're doing that, I'll talk about stuff that's coming up. So, friends, do not forget that this Thursday, we're going to be doing the art competition. I'm going to be doing the art competition this Thursday. So, people have been entering their art in the section in the Discord. We've got a very specific section in the Discord. I'm also going to be opening this beautiful package that has been sent to me. It's very firm. I love a good firm package. It's been sent to me by a wonderful company, and we're going to be doing opening that. We'll open that. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you why they sent me and all the bits and pieces. And then we will we'll go on to looking at all the artwork stuff. We'll look at all the historical artwork as well that people have done of me and this channel in the past. This is I was calling it a fan art competition, but I actually prefer channel art competition. Because I don't like the idea of you being fans. You're my community. You're not fucking fans. Do you know what I mean? Let's change that right now. Channel art competition. There we go. That's much better. You're back. Oh, welcome back, Tammy. That's all right. All art. All art. Yeah. Providing it doesn't breach TOS, yes, we will look at it. We will look at it. And then what we'll do is we'll look at all of the historical stuff, like stuff that people have done in the 5 years that I've been a streamer. And then we'll look at all the submissions. And what I'll do is I'll do a vote on the submissions so that you people can vote on which one is the best. When the votes are in, whichever one wins, I will put out to the world. I'll put out to the world. I will put it on all of my social media and let everyone know, like, this was the vote for this month's art thing. And I want to do it monthly. I want to do it monthly as like a little extra to celebrate the talent of this community. You know? The talent of this community. Because I really like it. I really like the fact that you're also talented. I want to get to see my commission again. Which one was that? I have to double check that that's saved in there biohazard. If not, then you'll have to send me it again. God damn. Oh, wait. The one of me and McSteffels? Yeah, I'm sure we can do that. I'm sure we can put that in there. You'll have to put it in the section, in the competition section. Do you know what? I'm actually going to change change it from fan art submissions to channel art submissions. because, yeah, again, I don't like calling you fans. It weirds me out. It weirds me out. But yeah, it's in the art and performance section of the Discord itself. Okay. Okay. And then, so yeah, we'll be doing the mummies next Monday. The Monday after, we'll do witches, and then we'll finish on werewolves. We'll finish on werewolves, and that'll be that. And then we might look at hunters at some stage, just out of ooh, interesting. So chan art, exactly. Although they're saying that, I feel like that might be misinterpreted of me being slightly offensive to a certain race of people there. Hey, Lizana, I realize where you're coming from. Channel art, I get it, but yeah, I don't want to be misconstrued. Do you know what I mean? You're a fantastic human being. Oh my lordy. Are we doing the mummies next Monday? When do we talk about the daddies? Oh, Growing Dragon, really? Really? You had no idea. That Elizana is entirely fine. You did not mean anything by it. I know you didn't by any stretch of imagination. I just, like, my brain is hardwired into thinking, how can people take this in the wrong way? Because I'm a content creator, and you've got to think about how people can take things in the wrong way. Because if there's a way that they will, they will. You know? If there is a way that they will, they will. So, yeah. Okay? Friends, we're going to go raid somebody. We're going to go throw some love at another delightful individual. All right? So if you could stick around for the raid, I would really, really appreciate it. Even if it's on like 5-10 minutes. Shush. What a fucking... Not that I have a passionate hatred for Twitch at the moment, but I really have a passionate hatred for Twitch at the moment. Friends, before we go anywhere, could you do me a massive favor and throw out some mod loves in the channel? You can use any kind of mod loves from any kind of channel. You can use any kind of love hearts from any kind of channel. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful moderators. Mods, thank you so much for all that you do. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for all that you do in and out of the stream, both with me personally and helping me out here and in the Discord, and when I call you up and I need assistance in some way, shape, or form, you beautiful, beautiful individuals. Let me have a quick look at who we can go and raid. Ooh. How long have you been online? Okay. Okay. Oh no, it's the end. It's Standing Chaos. It is indeed. I need to go get some snaffly food. I need to go get some snaffly food. It has to be said, all right?
Ooh, enjoy the ice cream.
Oh my god, why are they always...
Dr. Drago.
People fucking speaking. It makes me so angry. Fucking talking. When I'm trying to fucking see people's. Do you know what, friends? Let's go raid this wonderful individual. Oh no, let's go raid this lovely individual. Let's go raid this lovely individual. Friends, we're going to go raid a wonderful individual. If you can stick around for the raid, I would really, 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 really appreciate it. Even if it's on like 5-10 minutes to go throw some love at another wonderful human being. Another wonderful human being, all right? Yeah. Yeah, let's go raid this person. Raid. Make sure I spell it right, Val. We're going to go raid the nice lady over there. The nice lady over there is a wonderful, wonderful bean who does lots of artwork. They're a fantastic, fantastic artist. They do an awful lot of artwork of of Danny DeVito in very compromising positions, which is hilarious and delightful and wonderful. But they're doing something different today. They're doing something delightfully different. So yeah, we're going to go throw them some love. Thank you very much, Biohazard. Friends, if you're not in the raid up here, please click on the link over here so that we can go throw them some love. They are great and wonderful. They are happy-go-lucky individual. They are filthy as they come. And I feel like there'd be a nice vibes to finish off the evening for you and for me as well, you beautiful beans. All right. Friends, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for the raids, the subs, the gift subs, all the cheeky little bits. Thank you so much for the donations. Thanks so much for all the follows. Thanks so much for spending your time here and also for offering your expertise and the stuff that you know about the lore as well. I genuinely felt that this one, where's the vampire one? I felt like it was like I knew so much about it that it kind of led onto it. This one, I genuinely felt like this was a collaborative deep dive together. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. I'm loving this. I'm genuinely loving this. All right. Friends, I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. BST. That's 1 p.m. British time, where we're going to be playing a very chill game called The Cat Saves Halloween. All right. All right. Until then, friends, don't do anything I wouldn't do, because if I wouldn't do it, it'll fucking kill you. I'll see you all later. Bye 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 bye.
Taken my medication for 4 days. Fallon Vane, what is happening? All the cool it's the wig.